aren't necessarily your typical fifth level adventuring party, as you really don't know each other very well yet. You just met a few days ago on a long, long journey. The journey started far, far north in Mirabar. Some of you may have been there in the cold, cold, cold. Some of you may have gotten on a little bit further south in Long Saddle. Currently, we're in Tribor. This particular wagon train makes its way between Mirabar and Waterdeep on a fairly regular basis. And so to the part that I've actually written up here, a party of 16 travelers sets out from Tribor very early in the morning. It was a good stay, and most of the group feels refreshed from the comforts and indulgences of their brief weekend along the long road to Waterdeep. So one of the passengers that's along with you, or the other travelers, is another halfling. His name's Dandel Farlin, and he's a disheveled, unkempt, funny little halfling who's fairly friendly, but has spent most of his time carving something into the head of his walking stick. This morning, he wakes up very excited and has to run around to everybody as you're getting ready to go and shows off the stick. And the first person, of course, he's going to run up to is Ramshackle. And he comes up to you and says, Look, I finished it. I finished it.
That's fantastic.
Isn't it? Oh, I thought so. It took a long time, but I finished it.
Yes, it's quite wondrous. Why don't you go show it to the Half-Orc over there?
You are so friendly, Ram. I do like you.
Yes.
And he's going to run over to the Half-Orc and say, Look, Grugg, look, I finished it.
Grugg will pat him on the head and say, Very nicely done. Your hours of work have clearly paid off, friend.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Quick question.
Lovely, I think.
Quick question to you, though,
Yes.
the DM. Other than, of course, asking you about Tribor, presuming that none of us have read the wiki page or had it read to us out loud in another game. No. What is the carving of?
It's actually he kind of whips it around, and you're not able to see really well. You have a pretty good passive perception, though. You're able to tell it's an animal head of some kind. You catch snout and teeth and like a mane of hair. Maybe it's a lion or a bear or a wolf or something like that is what it looks like.
Very well done, friend Dandel.
Oh, I was really hoping Jason was actually going to play a dumb character for once. Half-Orc sounds pretty well spoken.
I have intelligence of 12, wisdom of 14, and charisma of 10. You picked the wrong Half-Orc, sir.
Don't be racist.
But I also have 20 strength, so let's...
Not bad.
Grugg rolled pretty well.
This hulking human thing named Ferric, who is like he's like the first, the number one, the second in command on this journey. He's the highest ranking dude next to the captain and probably above the hired guards that kind of ride around. He doesn't say a lot, but even he kind of cracks a smile at the halfling as he kind of rounds everybody up and tells everybody it's time to go. So everybody gathers in, gets into wagons or onto horseback. The guards are, they're hired mercenaries. They're not very friendly. And so they're riding along kind of in front of and behind on the road. It's a fairly, I wouldn't say desolate, but there's not a lot along the way. The captain hopes to make Amphale by nightfall, but it's a fairly long trip, so it's going to depend on a lot of things, but that's the plan. He's prepared to camp, though, if he needs to, so don't worry, it's going to be okay. Isn't until early evening that the whole mood in the group starts to change. Everybody before was singing songs and having a good time, but blue sky kind of changed to a dark gray. Gets very dark earlier in the day than it normally would, and a lazy fog starts to set in, and the air just has a charged feel of an approaching lightning storm. And Captain Yama barks over to Ferric, "Circle up the wagons and find stone for a fire pit. We can't go any farther in this." Barely have time to get the wagons off the road and circle them up before the fog is so thick around you that you can barely see 10 feet in front of you. Everybody kind of gets just an eerie, cold, wet feeling about what's going on. But pretty quickly the fire ring gets built and some firewood gets gathered up and starts to warm things up, and there's a stew on the pot. And the rest of the group starts to set up tents and gather more firewood and prepare the wagons. The Friar Boren's a human priest. He's and the retired military veteran that's along the road or along the trip with you calls himself Sal. There's also a very, kind of a small family, a mother and 2 children, keep to themselves, don't do a lot. You barely hear anything out of them except when they're singing, because that seems to be the way she keeps them calm and focused. But basically everything gets set up. I have a little sketched up map that's for me, and I want to pull it out now. Everything gets set up as the wagons are circled off the road to sort of form a half shoe between the road, or half horseshoe between the road and where the makeshift camp is set up. And you're kind of positioned on a bend in the road, and you have a fairly nice coach that the priest was riding in, and a couple of decent wagons and a buckboard. And there's a pretty big log that Ferric kind of slides over next to the fire pit, so there's a place to sit, and a big rock. And then all the tents are kind of on the far south end, pitched around different places, and everybody kind of sits down to dinner. And I think we've introduced most, or at least, basically described most everybody on the trip except for our players. So at this point, let's introduce the characters themselves. Want to go same order, Solus?
Oh yeah. I am playing Ramshackle. It's a nickname. He is a stout halfling of fighter class. I think we've all gone to level 5. Not to give too much away about him, he wields a short bow. He enjoys the range attacks, and because a longbow apparently would cause disadvantage every shot, so short bow it is. Yeah,
You're small.
yes.
It is 3 times your size.
It is, and that's why I think it'd be so fantastic. He uses his feet to pull it back.
Well, okay. This is a good time for me to mention something about my DMing style.
Okay.
I love the absurd.
All
so
right.
as long as you can convince me of a good reason to have it, then you may get one day.
Fair enough. I'll remember that. Just to keep things quick, he's a former soldier, actually an officer, and he kind of dropped out of that gig and picked up mercenary life, and's been roaming the roads ever since. He's a short little dude. He's got leather armor, but you can see bits of metal and trophies and stuff just like crafted onto it. Just weird stuff, which may be the reason why he's called Ramshackle. And,
Good enough. All right. Lex?
My character is Mara Ravenhorn. She's a level 5 Vengeance Paladin.
Love that last name, by the way.
Mara, he said?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And did you? I'm more concerned about the part where you said he is
Yeah,
a vengeance
right?
paladin.
My apologies. I meant she. I'm not paying attention to my own character.
I was like, what the hell? Alexis
Not that I mind you playing a guy. I just I thought because obviously everyone knows that we talk on almost a daily basis, so I knew what his character was going into this, and I thought it was a girl, so that threw me for a second.
Yeah.
I apologize. Please continue to introduce.
Now I'm completely thrown off.
Vengeance paladin.
Mara. She's a vengeance paladin.
Yes. She was part of the City Watch, but after a disastrous defense against a cult, she decided, where she lost her family, she decides to go on a trip of vengeance against the murderers of her family. And she comes from up north. She's fair skin, black hair, and all that. And,
She sounds hot.
yeah,
Is that PC to say about another guy's character? That's cool, right?
I'm okay with it.
I'm not sure if it's okay after describing her family being decimated during the attack of a cult.
Well, he went on to describe the hotness after that.
I might have missed that part. I was focused on the death and destruction.
Well,
You're weird.
that says something about you, not me.
Barbarian. What can you do?
Yeah,
Sorry to have interrupted.
that's fine. He's just a standard paladin setup, sword and board, and that's basically it, I guess. Yeah.
All right. And Arch?
I am playing Grugg Blooddredger, a half-orc barbarian wielding a large glaive. Some would call him a polearm master, such as the player's handbook.
Would some
specifically
call him the
pages about
gangster of love?
No, and he actually refrains from midnight toking. He prefers to calm his mind in other ways through meditation. He is a hermit, actually. He's a very shamanistic styled barbarian. He deeply regrets the rage. He understands its purpose within him and his going over to, this kind of blind bloodlust in battle, especially to defend those weaker than him or, the innocent or friends and family. But he despises what it does to him. And so he has spent the last several years as a hermit in meditation and communing with nature and all that. So he will be a totemic barbarian.
All right. So the cast is set. And Chapter 1 will begin. I give my chapters goofy titles. This one is Murder Most Fools.
No.
Get it? Instead of foul.
God.
I really thought you were going to call it The Prologue is Over.
Oh, that's good.
I know.
That's going into my next one.
You've got to start calling me the day before.
That's brilliant. We could re-record this.
The prologue is... Yeah, let's just start over.
All right. After dark, group sits around a crackling fire after a hearty meal that Ferric and the captain finished up with. A blistering scream pierces the foggy dampness. And this scream almost sounded like a woman, but you knew it was not.
Kenku.
What?
Sorry.
Shivers run up and down each spine as everyone snaps to attention, looking at each other. Only one hired guard rears his horse in the direction of the scream and immediately races away, disappearing into the inky blackness. What do you want to do?
Away from or towards?
Let's see. If you're all sitting around the campfire, he actually darts away from camp to the northwest-ish.
Do we think it's towards
direction.
the scream, or do we know?
Towards the scream.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, towards the scream.
So, do I, as Ramshackle, does he know that who the more like people to bring with him in this scenario would be? Like, do I know for a fact that like Grugg and Mara would be a good choice, or do I not have much information about these people?
Well,
I am a crazed rage beast.
You've been traveling together for a few days. I imagine, crazed rage beast and angry vengeful knight have their weapons on display. I think you get the general idea.
The first thing I do is find a chair to stand on so I can spot them, and wait to see what they do so I can go with them, or to call them over to go after them.
Everybody's pretty much sitting around the fire. You're all kind of in the same area, basically.
I still get a chair and stand on it epically.
I will say this: if we haven't been in a significant battle, you have not seen me rage.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably still think I'm mostly just like, you might think I'm a monk.
You're a giant
with the
half-orc,
scullery?
So at the
With
very
a glaive?
least,
With a glaive.
At the very least, I figured you know how to use it.
I did debate taking the perform skill, just so I could show off with it.
All right.
Oh, I'll still let you roll for that.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking roll for it. I'm just not gonna do as well.
Glaive gone.
But I have religion and medicine. We're fine. We're good.
So, like, eye contact with the half-orc, kind of like eye contact out into the darkness, like, are we ready?
Let's do this.
Aye. And
Where are we
We should-
going?
Oh.
We should take a healer.
Good call.
Where are you going?
Dude.
Seriously, where are you going?
Towards the screams. We must save them.
And leave all these people here, unguarded? No, stay here.
Unguarded. We have a whole party of mercenaries to watch over them.
The
They
captain
are
and Ferric,
level 0, though.
Captain says, "I'll stay back, and Ferric will stay with me. We'll watch over the family. Everyone else is on their way."
All right, fair enough.
Are you a human, Lex?
Yes, I am.
Alright, I say, Come on, lass. Let's go find some fun.
If you call this fun.
Always. And he'll give her a wink and then trot off into the darkness.
Grugg will shake his head and follow.
I frown and follow.
Dandel is going to grab his walking stick with the new carved handle and put on a very brave face and say, I'm coming with you guys.
Oh no!
Oh.
He's the kid from Lethal Weapon 3 and it's his birthday.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god. I'll let Grugg take the lead now and kind of, give him kind of a like one of those like, oh yeah, we're glad you're here kind of smiles, but I'll stand next to him, make sure he doesn't charge it and get himself hurt.
Sure. I legit question because I don't remember. Do you have dark vision?
I do not. I don't think halflings have it. No.
Neither of you. I don't think either of you do. So
Nope.
that's a thing.
I
do. I can see in the dark.
All right. In that case,
I'll just hold all your hands in a chain and go.
I guess I better grab a torch before we go then.
One of you should probably.
It's not that dark though, is it?
I don't know
How
what
dark
time it is.
is it? I mean, if we're in the open and like, is there a moon out? I mean, that would allow us to see.
Dandel's kind of standing a few paces up the path listening to you guys, and he says, you guys are silly. And he turns around, and the new carved head on his walking stick just bursts into light. And he says, come on, follow me!
Aren't you full of surprises? And sure.
I'm gonna lean into the paladin as we start to follow. Did you know he was a mage?
I figured you would know. I don't pay attention to small people.
Ramshackle says, I knew, and then just runs off.
I can't see him half the time. Wait, what was that? Oh god. Something just yelled at me.
Damn it.
No, I'll follow.
This is happening.
I'm 8 feet taller than you.
8 feet.
All right. Let's go. Sorry.
So you guys are following Dandel up the trail, and when he knows you're behind him, he starts to kind of trot because he's got to, move his legs a little bit faster to keep up with some of you taller folk. And he runs up the trail through some trees. Just enough light from his staff to kind of get a footing on where you're going and not trip over anything, and comes to a clearing that's kind of up against a rock cliff. And he steps out into it and sort of stops his trot and stands kind of in the middle, looks around and doesn't see anything, and turns around to face you guys with his staff held up. And
Probably shouldn't stand out in the open like that, pal.
Grugg.
Yeah.
You will notice it first. Sort of in the direction Dandel sort of stops and stares, eyes wide, chin dropped. You turn and look, and against one of the trees that you guys are about to pass lies the body of one of the guards.
The one who rode off on the horse.
The one who rode off. You notice his horse grazing nearby over near the wall.
What a dick.
His body is found sitting, his back against the tree. No apparent injury. There's no blood, but his eyes are open wide, his mouth agape as if literally frightened to death. No blood, no bruise. His weapon wasn't even drawn.
Huh. I'm going to step over to him, kind of treading carefully, and if nothing else required first, I will make a medicine check.
Okay.
Oh, did you get
with
medicine?
my hand? With my hand, not the glaive. I wasn't kidding. I have religion and medicine. I went hermit. Yeah. I really did go as shamanistic as possible. Lex and I even had a long conversation the other day about me taking magic initiate possibly in order to get certain abilities to do like war cries and stuff. That's not good. That's a very low roll. It equals an 11 though, because I have a pretty good modifier.
Okay. Well, that's slightly above average. You're able to tell that he is in fact dead. But one thing you do notice with your training in medicine is that his body is unusually cold for only having been dead what could maybe be a minute.
Right. I'll whisper, "Rest now, friend." Then I will stand up and turn to the group. He's like ice.
So super cool.
You mean frozen?
No, just very cold to the touch.
Huh. All right then. That's interesting. Yeah.
All right. Give me perception checks all around.
All right. Did anyone take perception?
Not as a trained skill, but I have it pretty high.
Okay. Ramshackle got a 15.
Oh, I am trained in it. Sorry, I apologize.
Nice.
I'm playing with a different die that's not the D20 because I haven't played with these before. I'm just curious how they roll. I have a 19 plus 5.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So proficient or not?
All right. So in the direction that the guard is staring, which is kind of off, if the horse is, sort of across from him on the other side of Dandel, then this is sort of over to the left, right at the tree line, the edge of the tree line. And you kind of follow his gaze, and you're able to make out an area that looks like someone probably ran through it, and there might even be a smear of blood, but you're about 20 feet away, so it's difficult to tell for sure.
I got this. Ramshackle will drop lower to the ground and look for prints and stuff to follow calling. What's the halfling's name?
Dandel.
Dandel. Dandel, could you come here, please?
He trots over without saying a word. His eyes are still really big, and he is obviously terrified, and he stands right behind you, but follows.
Hand on his shoulder and be like, I just need you to light the ground for me, all right? Can you do that?
He nods.
All right. So I'm going to use my survival or would it be more of an, I guess that's it, though, or investigation to look for traps?
Survival or investigation, whichever you have a better roll in.
All right. That would be what's a 19 plus 4? 23.
Plenty to reveal an obvious trail of some kind, but it's difficult to tell whether someone walked there or was dragged there or both.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's, you guys want to continue on? Shall we go see what's happening?
I think we best.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, Dandel, I want you to stay back a little bit, all right?
He nods again really fast.
All right.
That's
He'll follow you.
Now is it?
Few paces behind.
If the trail is pretty easy to follow, then I will fall back with Dandel, so I'm not leading the way.
Yeah, it's fairly obvious, and it's not very far beyond the clearing. You're only in, 10, 12 feet before you see the obvious carnage. Check the trail beyond the body of the guard reveals the body of Friar Boren, the priest. There's a pale, horrified expression across his face, just like the guard did, but his body was slashed nearly shoulder to groin, spilling him out onto the ground, ending a terrified scream in one wet and fatal swipe.
Sorry, quick question, and I may have just missed the name before. Was he one of the people who left the caravan to go investigate the scream?
No.
Or okay, but he has been traveling with the caravan because we know him.
You assume he must have been the source of the first scream because you didn't even realize that he had left the camp or that he wasn't around for dinner.
Poor bastard probably just came out to relieve himself.
One should hope it was so innocuous.
Who wants the first hand of fate roll?
That's you, Bobby.
That's me. All right then. Sal, the mercenary retired veteran that was traveling with everyone, sort of walks up and sees what's going on and just blurts out, "Did someone stay behind with the kids?"
Ah, twang! No. I thought the mercenaries...
His captain and his guard stayed.
I doubt it will be enough, though, considering what happened to these people.
And as soon as the
I say we
question
don't look
is answered,
around much. Damn it.
As soon as the question is answered, it's followed immediately by another scream, this time of a woman. A mother, as if her whole world were about to burst into flame.
Back towards the camp?
Back from the camp.
Full sprint.
Well, as I
sprint.
Try to keep up with Mara, I'll be like, well, looks like you were right.
Of course I'm right. I've been through this stuff before. failing to protect people. Now keep moving.
And Ramshackle kind of give her an odd look at that remark, and then sure enough follow behind because he's not as fast.
My backstory is the exact opposite of this. The screams were coming from the people who attacked the caravan. Hence the hermitage. My bad, guys.
So as you make your way back toward the camp and toward the light of the fire through the fog, you get close enough. As you're running up, you can see Natasha. That's the name of the mother. She can be seen standing near the mouth of her tent, looking back toward the entrance, her hand over her mouth, eyes pried open farther than they should, in disbelief and distraught horror. As you approach, you'll see that she's not actually looking in the tent, but just past the side of the tent, at the dismembered, bloody body of Ferric.
Oh. That was the big
Ferric
dude,
is
right?
the first
That was
mate
the big
guy.
dude.
Yeah, the log mover.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's not good.
he's pretty much in the same shape as the priest, but doesn't have the same horrified look on his face.
Can I attempt to disappear?
Roll stealth.
All right. Good old
With
halfling.
advantage due to the fog.
That's your scared. That's your scared. Sorry, that's your like a turtle.
15.
You just disappear inside your armor and it rattles to the ground. That'd be amazing.
15 total.
Yeah, with the fog, and are you going to disappear behind a wagon? Or
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm probably actually going to climb up onto a wagon on my belly if I can. Like, are they covered or something?
Well, yeah, you've got a solid coach and 2 basically covered wagons.
If there's anything that's open, so I can just get up there and kind of like, so if something happens, I can just stand up and shoot from it. That'd be the best.
You could climb up onto the coach, onto the makeshift luggage rack.
Yeah, perfect. Let's do that.
What do these wounds look like? Like animal or clearly weapon or?
Roll an investigation or medicine, whatever you got better.
All right. 12.
As far as you can tell, it looks like a very sharp, very large blade just about bisected the bodies.
Well, I have no idea what that can be.
From the darkness, probably a paladin. Hide again.
Well, it certainly wasn't a. What are you? Halfling?
He is a halfling. That is true. Part of me wants to play this guy like Drax the Destroyer, but I think that's a bad idea. Nothing goes over my head. I would catch it.
Well, that reference certainly went over my head.
It's because you're not fast enough to catch it.
Yes.
Drax the Destroyer is the bluish guy with red tattoos from Guardians of the Galaxy. His species takes everything literally. It's a really good movie. You should totally watch it.
Agreed.
Oh, the movie. Right.
Yeah, those are things, right?
Movies.
Your country
Movies
has those,
are
right?
these things that you.
Sorry.
Dandel comes running up
I took your thunder.
and stops at the tent, and the light on the end of his walking stick has gone out, and he sort of kneels down with it and looks inside and sees the kids. He says, "Don't worry, kids," nervously spouting the words. "I'll protect us." Then he winks, presents his walking stick like a short staff, showing the gorgeous wolf's head carving and patting it like a pet. "I finished my wolf here just in time." And he'll smile and distract the family with little playful, sparkly magic. The kids seem to not even know what the heck's going on.
Interesting. Is he pretty occupied with that, or does he kind of do that and then come back to us?
He's sort of keeping one eye over his shoulder to see what's going on, but making sure to keep them distracted.
Because I was going to ask him something, but I don't want to take him away from what he's doing.
So wait,
right.
who was the captain?
Name?
Yeah, is he?
He was basically the guy in charge of this little wagon train. It seems like it's his occupation just to sort of ferry people back and forth up and down this road.
Yeah, James Harlow, the wagon master. But
I know, but
I will.
is it Varric? Was he the wagon master, or was he someone else?
Varric is his first in command, or his second in command.
Okay,
Is number one.
number one.
I'll give inspiration in my next game to whoever recognizes the name James Harlow, wagon master. Anyone? Anyone? Nope. Sold. Sold to me. I get inspiration in this game. Let's do this. I'm sorry, I'm not sure that's how that works. I've never played before. I don't know.
You're on the other side of the D20 now.
I still have my DM screen up.
That sounds super sexual when you say it like that. The
It kind of does.
other side of the D20. Sorry. All right. I'm still hiding.
You're still hiding. Dandle's still distracting. Varric is still bleeding.
Grugg will reach under his kind of like thin hide shirt / tunic thing, pull out a giant bear claw and start eating it. No, and kind of just it's on his necklace, and he'll pull that out, and on the outside, and he'll
Is
kind
the
of
bear
crack his
claw.
neck. He'll start looking around. I'm gonna make a perception check just to kind of see if I spot anything on the side, if that's okay.
Go for it.
No, that's under a 10.
No, not a thing, eh? All right. Who's next on the Hand of Fate roll?
Lex.
Okay. D20, right?
Yes, sir.
A fireball explodes in the middle of camp.
A tiefling runs out.
19.
What was the roll?
19.
19.
What? Lex never rolls 19s.
Nice. All right. The sound of metal on metal and shouts of fighting men just across the road breaks across the misty... what? I'm not sure what this sentence was intended to be, but basically you hear dudes fighting.
Shit.
They're back across the road in the general direction of where, in between where the bodies were found and where you are now, but, more toward the north than the northwest.
So probably a quick head count.
I was going to say, I failed my check, but that sounds like possibly the rest of our team.
Would you like to check again?
Yeah,
I can give it to someone else. Yeah, give it to Ramshackle.
I mean, I'm only at +1, but I might as well. Oh, that's 18 total.
Okay, well, you do have a good vantage point.
Yes, I do.
So that helps, yeah. Okay.
Cowering in a wagon is a good vantage point now.
Did she say that out
hey.
loud? I have to know. Did she say that out loud?
Yes.
All right. Noted.
You are not a dwarf.
You had to ask if she said it out loud.
Hey, did you say that out loud?
Right, so you have Dandle with you, right? And the three of you, so that's 4, and you've got Mom, Natasha, and the 2 kids.
Yes.
But the captain is missing.
Okay.
And Sal and the other 3 guards also missing.
Oh, it's probably them then.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Then Ferric and the priest are dead.
I would like to ask Dandle if he knows any combat magic.
Oh, I know a little bit. Would that be helpful? Do you think we'll need it?
We very well might, friend.
He goes from looking very excited to very proud to very scared.
You stay behind me, and you'll be fine.
He nods really fast again.
I don't have a
There we
half-orc
go.
voice. This is me.
What are we going to do about the civilians? We going to leave them to die again, or?
Yeah, I don't think we should go all the way across the road. We can't get too far away from them. Can we pack them all, get them all gathered up in the wagon, maybe?
The coach that Ramshackle is on is a solid enclosed vehicle, if there ever was one, so they'd at least have wood to protect them.
While Grugg is handling this, can I start to stealth forward and try to see what's going on?
Oh, yeah, I'm all for splitting the party.
Just not far.
That's what I was thinking.
Not far. You said it's not very far away.
No. In fact, it's pretty much just outside of what visual range would be in the fog.
Okay, so far enough that I can sprint back if I need to.
More than likely, you're gonna inch up. You're gonna stay stealthy.
Yeah, I'd like to. I mean, while he's doing whatever he's doing, we can wait on my thing.
Okay. So as you creep forward, you find
God, this dice rolls horrible.
the bodies of 2 more slain guards and Sal, the army veteran.
Oh shit! That means there's no one, like 2 people left.
Well, and not
The
only
captain
that,
and a couple guards.
but you find the priest's dead body again.
What?
This time missing an arm and with his head sort of sitting next to him.
Does he still have the cut? I'm not there. Solus, ask if he still has the cut.
Does he still have the cut?
Oh yeah, the wounds from before
Yeah.
still there. He's
What?
almost looks like he just trailed innards on his way beyond somewhere, but they're no longer there.
Shit.
He's just sort of a pile of body part now.
Okay, I will fall back to the party and let them know what's going on. Guys, there's weird shit going on. We got the friar, he's back, but more cut apart, and I think the captain's sorely outnumbered right now. Cool.
So the problem is, I agree with Lex. We can't leave these people, but I feel bad leaving the captain by himself. Unless the captain is a crazed cannibal who is in fact doing all this, and he's got like 2 daggers and he's just hitting against each other. No,
So-
no.
I think our first priority is lighting up this wagon with some torches, getting everybody on it, and starting to get the hell out of here.
Sorry.
Not lighting it on
Someone-
fire,
Yeah,
but
okay.
you know what I mean, like putting torches on it. Or Dandle's light too.
Maybe a lantern or something.
Yeah.
I agree.
Dandle's smile gets really big, and he casts light again on the tip of his staff.
Good work.
Grugg will say, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go. I said good work.
Grugg will step forward to the other side between the camp and the road and just kind of stand with the glaive in his hand. And he will kind of look back and make sure that you guys are getting everyone into the wagon and everything's going smoothly. And he's going to shout out for the captain.
How far can we see the fog and the darkness? And
Not far. You can see 10, maybe 15 feet.
Oh man,
You can from the wagons. You can just about see to the road,
with the light.
well,
even with the light. In fact, the light makes it a little bit harder to see in some cases
Shit.
because
Because
the
it bounces
fog
off the
is a little
fog.
higher. Yeah.
And dark vision's not actually going to discern anything.
I take out my helmet of dark vision. No.
I have dark vision, so.
Yeah.
would it be safe? Would it be safe to assume that the priest was undead and came back to fight the guards?
He didn't. I mean, unless someone was crazy enough to drag him there themselves, and then
Yeah.
dropped him after cutting him apart. He got there somehow.
Yeah, I think I'll cast detect evil and good on myself.
Wait, sorry, real fast. Don't you have divine sense?
Do I have to find?
No paladin I've ever. Did you? Are you okay, Kat?
Oh yeah, I do.
I think she just broke her spine. I've never seen a paladin player use it because everyone forgets they have it. But that'll sense all. I think undead, fiends, fae.
Any
In light.
celestial fiend, 60 feet. Yeah.
Can you
Yeah.
can you do this though? Beep, beep.
I could, but I won't.
Okay.
Well, but we have
They're in
that.
the camp. They're in the fucking camp.
We could just loop that sound and pretend
Game
that
over,
Lex
man.
does it.
Game over.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll-
you want to hear something that's cute?
Mm-mm.
The title of this section of Chapter 1, They Mostly Come at Night.
Oh.
Wait, the next
Mostly.
chapter should be called mostly. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Ark. I'll use divine sense.
Because
I
why
just
not?
want some paladin somewhere to use it for once.
She just lights up like a fucking Christmas tree right now, I bet. There's undead everywhere.
Just a zap to. Ah!
60 feet, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you get a pretty strong ping not more than about 40 feet behind you. Back would be, on the far side of camp. And you think there might have been a blip to the northeast, but it's no longer there.
Is the lip that's 40 feet behind us? Is it moving or just standing?
It seems to be moving, but not quickly. Sort of in your general direction, but it's kind of back and forth a little bit.
Right.
Almost like searching.
Bobby, page 84 if you need to look at this, man. By the way.
For what?
Oh,
Divine
Divine
Sense.
Sense. I was just
Don't
giving you a
worry.
heads up. Okay.
I'll make up my own shit if I don't know it completely.
Yeah, man after
Like
my
I
own
said.
heart.
Like I said, absurd.
Do I know? No, I should know whether it's celestial fiend or undead. I just don't know its
Yeah,
identity.
it identifies them, I believe.
You don't know if it's Strahd, is really what's happening here.
Right.
Because that's what
But
the book
I-
says. So the book spoiled my other game. God damn it, PHB.
It's pinging back undead.
Undead. All right, people, we've got undead. 40 feet that away.
Contact!
Grugg will shout back. In that case, there will be no guilt.
Don't
He'll
shout.
Spin his glaive. They can't. Undead don't have ears. Oh shit! I accidentally rolled that
The friar definitely had ears. They were just on the ground next to him.
on the ground. High five.
Yeah.
I defer to Bobby to allow him to DM again instead of interrupting him.
Hey, you guys are doing fine. All right, so
Let's get these people loaded up.
What do we want to try?
Get him loaded up on the wagon. Have Dandel like in the middle of it, or like maybe he's right controlling the horses, but he's got his staff lit. And
Okay.
I will sit on the back of the wagon with my bow as they go, if I can.
I will guess get on the wagon. I'm still yelling for the captain. I've been doing that for trying to see if I can get any response back from her or anything.
Can I suggest like moving alongside of it, since I don't think it's going to be going fast. So if you need to quickly run interference.
If you're going to move more than 40 feet per turn, then yes, I should get on it. Otherwise, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't know how fast these
Well,
things move.
as you're getting things hitched up, and after you get the family in there, and they're inside the coach, and everything is all set, Grugg, you passively perceive a shadow standing against the road, almost directly to the east of you, and the outline, with the hat and the coat, obviously that of the captain, but he's just standing there.
But that's not good.
And I know that someone has already called out on dead, and I've seen maybe possibly bodies moving. I will draw a javelin and shout to him to see if he responds.
He seems to. You thought he was facing you, but it appears he might have been facing away, because when you shout to him, he turns around. But still doesn't really say anything. He just sort of stands there, and all you can see is silhouette.
Silhouette? Yeah.
Do I notice the orc looking off? Oh, I guess he yelled. So look over and see that.
Yeah, you're all basically able to see him
yeah.
standing over there.
That would have been like, Captain, are you okay?
Can I put an arrow right at his feet? See if he dances.
Roll an attack.
Crit 1 just hit him in the fucking eye.
That's a 21.
Nice.
You plant one right between his feet, and he doesn't flinch.
That's a freaking zombie, man.
That's enough. Roll him up.
All right. Oh, yes!
God, I was so excited to maybe roll a 20 on this.
Yes. 25 total.
God
Nice.
damn it!
Ah!
Who's next?
22.
Hey, that's
On a 19.
nothing to be ashamed of.
No, but I rolled the 19, so I was sad.
How about for Mara?
Do you have alert?
No, I have 5.
Oh, you have 5 dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
And
I've got 18.
nice.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Nice. Nice.
And I
Like
gotta
South Park.
find
Nice.
my Dandel sheet. Where did Dandel go?
The zombie rolled a 37. Just
It's actually
sprints
the-
across the road, murders us. Oh god!
I'm gonna be honest. When you got down on the ground and called Dandel over to you, I really, really thought, and I was going to say in character, like, don't just stand on each other's shoulders. I really thought you were going to form a bigger enemy or a bigger.
You
character.
sounded exactly with that voice, just like one one of the characters from the original Neverwinter Nights guys. There's a guy who actually was pretending to hunt werewolves, but he was the werewolf. But anyways.
All right. Well, Ramshackle. Ram, you're up first.
All right. I will use my sharpshooter, -5 to my attack, to plant 2 into this figure, if I can. That's the opposite of my last roll.
Can you do it more than once a turn?
You can do
I don't
sharpshooter as much as you want.
Okay, that's
There's no limit on it.
Right.
And that one is better with a 21.
That's a hit.
All right. So that is a D6 plus 16.
Nice.
And that is a 6. So 6 plus 16 is 22.
22. He takes a shot right in the chest and howls.
Oh.
Rage, pain, anger. It's an otherworldly scream.
Guys, I think I passed it off.
In fact,
You haven't seen anything yet.
Let's see. Who's up next? Would be
Grugg. Grugg. Right, not Grogg.
I will hold off a minute on rage. Sadly, my very first attack as Grugg will be with a javelin.
And a 1. At least your rehearsed attack wasn't a 1, dude. Or what is it?
This is a 17.
That's a hit.
It was not a great roll. I just have some bitching ass modifiers.
It's enough. In fact, it's thrown with enough strength and there's enough weight behind it that the javelin actually goes right through his upper shoulder.
He's a ghost!
And lands somewhere behind him. He's obviously bloody and his body reacts to it, but it's hard enough and it goes right through him.
6 damage. Not a great roll.
Okay. Boy. All right. Yeah, he's in the list. From behind you.
Oh.
Ferric, or what once might have been Ferric.
Shit.
With the slash and what little bit of entrail hasn't ripped off or fallen out and been lost on the way here, sort of dangling from his slashed open body. His skin is all sort of a pallid white with bright blue glowing eldritch fire eyes. And he's going to attack with, luckily, just a fist.
What?
It looks like 2. But he's going to take a smack at Grugg.
Shoulda rage.
First one is a 15.
Nope.
Second one is a 19. Does 11 bludgeoning damage.
That's not bad.
Ramshackle is very appreciative that they have a paladin.
Yay, paladins! That would bring up
The worst
Mara.
part. Wait. Oh, never mind. Oh, well, never mind. It's fine.
Mara?
Well, I'm just going to got my weapons rolled at this point, so I'm just going to charge the new zombie that attacked the half-orc. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Avenge me, Avenger.
That's what I do. I'm just going to swing my... I've got an extra attack as well, so that's nice. That's just attacking twice, right? Extra attack, yes.
It's an attack action gives you 2 attacks.
Yes.
I'm going to swing my longsword at him, it.
Slash. Savior
Nice.
of the caravan.
Okay, now you get inspiration.
For that? Nice.
I'm going to constantly have inspiration.
Oh god, no.
It'd be fantastic. All right, thank you. I'll use it wisely.
Sorry, attack rolls, Lex.
First was an 11.
That just misses.
Alright. And the second one is a 21.
That definitely hits.
Smite is zombie loving ass.
6 damage.
Ramshackle is really like waiting for her to like call down the god upon this undead being, and then he's like, "What?"
I am a little sad that Ramshackle did the full max damage he could with his one shot, and then I used an inferior weapon and rolled a 1 on my damage die, followed by this, which I presume was also basically a 1 or a 2.
No, this was a pretty average attack for me.
Next up would be Dandel.
What's your dexterity? What's your strength or dexterity? I mean, I shouldn't ask you, being a gentleman, and you being a lady, but what's your damage modifier?
Hey, baby, what's your bonus?
You should be rolling a D8 plus something.
At least 5.
I would think. Not at least 5.
Or 4.
Doesn't
I guess.
necessarily have full.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Doesn't necessarily have full strength or dex.
4 or 3.
4.
Okay.
Good old 2.
So D8 plus 4. Right.
Okay.
Dandel.
So what was the damage? Oh, I'm sorry. Dandel was up. That's right.
Yep.
I'm falling behind. So
That's my fault.
he sort of kind of comes out of nowhere. You haven't really seen this side of him at all, but he's got a very determined look on his face. And as he sort of walks past, sort of away from Grugg and past Ramshackle over toward the captain,
Careful, Dandel.
he looks back and winks and says, "Don't worry, Ram. I got this." And he holds up his staff. And a weird thing happens that's kind of like you ever experienced vertigo where everything just sort of twists and turns in front of you for no apparent reason? He sort of does that, and instead of a small, semi-dirty, unkempt halfling, stands a rather large, intimidating white wolf with the same bright blue eyes that those undead bastards have, only he doesn't look nearly as menacing towards you as he does the captain.
Well, what
And
the hell?
Dandel, in his direwolf form, charges the captain. Basically grabs a hold of him with his jaws and tries to pin him to the ground. Has a hold of him but doesn't get him all the way to the ground. If the captain still had a beating heart, the blood would be pouring out of the wound in his arm that's now sort of half dangling off of his body. And it would be his turn. The captain fights back and hits Dandel, who sort of yelps and lets go, and they both sort of tumble back into the brush and out of sight.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna turn to the paladin and say, "Did you know he was a direwolf?"
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Let's see. I guess I should tell you who's up next, right?
I should have just raged. How sad.
Well, we're back to the top of the order now, so
Ram
back
Shackle.
to Ram.
Is it just I can only see the one zombie now?
Yeah, just Ferric, who's over fighting with Grugg.
All right, we'll just try 2 shots
And
at him now with a both sharpshooter. So that's 11 plus 6, which is 17, and a
Hits.
16 plus 6, which is 22.
Also hits.
All right, I'll roll the first d6. So 2 plus 16 is 18. And another 2 plus 16 is another 18, so 36 damage.
Woo. Nice hits. And here I was wondering why you picked the archer.
Now you know.
Now I know.
If you can get your to hit up high enough, sharpshooter's pretty fucking broken. So
Right.
It's nice.
great weapon master's pretty good too.
Yes.
All right. Well, Grugg, show us what a polearm master can do. You're up.
Well, that was, you remember when you said Ferric was approaching or attacking, and I was like, oh, wait, never mind, I'll let it slide. Once he gets within 10 feet of me, I get an opportunity attack on him. So that's something to keep in mind. But
Slice.
we'll count it as a sneak attack. Fuck. Is there anything else other than there's Ferric and the captain? I don't know if I'm wasting rage by using it now, but...
Take him down, Grugg.
You still have some guards and some other folks unaccounted for, but...
Okay. Oh, shit. So it's a bonus action to rage, which means I can't polearm master this turn. But I'm going to rage. I guess I could have thrown 2 javelins at that guy. God damn it. All right, never mind. All right, so I rage as a bonus action, and I turn to him, kind of, because the hit me in the back, and I turn, I crack my neck, and I glare at him, and the edge of my mouth twitches, and I just go, Rampage! And I roll a 26 to hit him.
No.
Captain Caveman!
No, that was not going to be my catchphrase until I came up with it just a little while ago. But I roll a 26 to hit him, so I'm guessing that's gonna do it.
26 does hit.
For the first attack. Max damage of 10, 15. 15?
Yeah.
Plus 2. So 17.
17.
All right. Second attack. Via extra attack. Yeah, never mind.
All right. So the first attack actually takes some pretty good chunks out of him, but really, you would think that, undead or not, a beating like that would do a little bit more than it seems to be. But up next would be Mara. Oh, I'm sorry. No, Ferric is going to hit first.
I do have.
God, he's got a good freaking roll for his initiative.
21. Yeah, he rolled better than the captain did. So he is going to hit. Let's see. One. Oh, you know what? No, he is kind of pissed off at the little halfling that keeps shooting at him. Make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, that's my not strong point. But it gave me a 19 plus 1 is a 20.
Okay, well, he glares at you.
I glare back.
And yeah, you can tell he's pissed and he's trying to be intimidating, but it's obviously not working. And he will then... I think that's all he gets to do.
Well, now that Ramshackle has solved his wisdom problem as his weakness, his only remaining weakness is reaching the top shelf.
That's what you're here for.
It is what I'm here for.
Half-Orc,
He's got...
give me a boost to the Nutella.
Mara, you're up.
Alright. Just do the same thing I did the last time.
Bring down the Paladin rage, Mara.
The first one is a miss. And the second one is a miss.
What are you getting? Nothing, I guess, under 11 or under 12.
Yeah, a 9 and a 10.
So close. Slice and fog.
Damn fog.
All right, with Dandel and the captain sort of out of sight, that'll bring us back around to Ram.
All right. Ramshackle will kind of try to copy the half-orc by trying to crack his neck, but, doesn't quite get it, so he just tries a couple times. Oh, screw it. And fire his
my neck!
2 bows. 14?
Hits.
Oh, good. And then a 12 plus 6 is 18, so that's good.
Yep.
Sorry. assume sharpshooter every time unless I say not.
I would assume nothing else.
Yeah. So 4 plus 16 is 20.
Yeah.
And Jesus is nice. And then for the next one, 4 plus 16 is 20. So 40 damage.
Good lord.
I'm running low on arrows already, though. So there's that.
Well, he's starting to run low on hit points.
Jiminy Christmas. All right,
Next up.
Hold on, I'm gonna action surge because I'm pissed.
Uh-oh.
Go down, you son of a bitch! And 14 and 16, so both hits still.
Both hit.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a 1, so 17, and that is another 20 on top of that, so 37 more.
Now I have to start doing some math. He screams that same unearthly rage.
Go down!
And looks like he's about to drop to one knee, but he doesn't.
Son of a bitch! Finish him off, Half-Orc!
Grugg, you're up.
Rampage round 2? No. Reckless attack. For a 26.
Oh, that hits.
Just
barely.
For 9 damage.
Okay.
Then, second attack. For a 12.
Just misses.
Okay.
All right. So he, the first hit takes a big, another big slice out of him. The second one just barely misses, kind of grazes armor and glances off with a spark. And he turns to you and tries the same scream, but can't. So he tries to throw a fist, and that is going to miss. And then he is going to throw the second one, 22. But instead of dealing damage...
No, of course, because that's what I'm immune to. Ass.
Roll a strength check.
Oh,
no. Awful choice.
That's not my choice.
I have advantage on strength checks.
Oh, nice.
While raging, obviously.
Well, the DC's not that high, so...
Is it a check or a save?
Check.
16.
Okay. He sort of reaches out to try to grab hold of you, but kind of falls into you instead.
Kind of a hug.
It's okay.
Not really a hug, more of you're kind of holding him up because he's barely there. Mara?
Let's play Pin the Zombie to the Half-Orc.
Just remember, I can outlast you.
I'll just swing again. Well, that's a natural 1.
Do you have more dice?
Ooh.
No.
Who's Hand of Fate?
That is...
That's me now,
You,
I guess.
yeah.
Oh, good. Roll a d20.
Oh, God. Your god abandons you.
Whoops. It's a 2. Sorry, Lex.
Roll damage from that last attack against Grugg.
Oh, fuck you!
You miss your target. You miss your target and accidentally hit the man holding him up.
I love being the archer.
Yeah, at some point in time that will pay dividends. And then the excitement starts.
7.
7 damage.
Fuck.
The good news is I only take 3, so.
Nice.
That is good.
Do you have another attack?
Yes.
Alright.
13.
Gonna yell out to your left?
Just hits, and it really... He's got 1 hit point left, so don't even bother rolling damage die. Where do you hit him, and how does he die?
He just hits me hard enough that I squeeze him to death.
I'm just going to stab him. I mean, I don't care if I hit the Half-Orc. I already did it once.
Well, this time the strike is true, and he drops, and the half-orc doesn't suffer any additional damage.
All right.
Okay.
It's dead.
Ferric is dead. Or whatever Ferric was turned into is dead. And now it's just the three of you sort of standing alone in the fog in the middle of the road between the bushes that Dandel and the captain went through and the camp.
Any possibility of trying to recover any arrows?
In this fog...
I mean, the ones in Ferric, I guess, if any of them are recoverable.
Roll a d20.
Sure. That's only a 9.
You get one back that is recoverable and not damaged.
Thank you, sir. All right. I'll pluck that out of him.
It does sort of smell like living dead, though.
Ugh!
Yeah.
Worth it.
Gas station sushi kind of smell.
Should we go check on Dandel?
I'm not going to leave the civilians here, though.
All right.
Ah!
there goes Grugg.
until I haven't attacked anything for a turn or taken damage or a bonus action. But that seems wasteful.
So out of the fog sort of towards you, stumbling, injured, kind of dragging his sword behind him is one of the hired guards. He's holding his offhand kind of against his body. It looks badly damaged, a good slash. And he's just barely on his feet, making his way towards you.
Call out to him. Who goes there?
You can see him try to respond, try to answer, but there's blood in his mouth. He's obviously been in a horrific fight and is barely on his feet, let alone able to speak.
Come on, man, spit it out.
The blood? You want him to spit out the blood? What kind of paladin are you? I'll go over and... I was going to go help him, and then I looked at Grugg and I kind of shrugged my shoulders
He makes his way up and sort of leans against the coach and drops his sword on the ground. Starts to look around, finds a water skin sort of stashed underneath the coach and pops it out and starts to just chug it.
Should we... I'll kind of head over to him. Do we hear any sounds of fighting still from... Or can I hear the sounds of fighting?
You don't. The only sound you hear is him swallowing and the sound of whatever's not getting down his gullet splashing on his boots.
All right. I'll look to the paladins like, do you want to heal this guy, or can you do that?
I think you've mistaken me for a cleric.
Oh, well, you're all kind of gaudy-waddy, so I don't know. Does it seem like the
He
guy...
finishes his water and throws the skin down. He says, he came out of nowhere. Alder. He attacked me first. His eyes, that blue glow in his eyes. And then that damn priest came out of nowhere. But I got him good. He coughs blood and winces at what's probably one of many, many pains before he continues. Says, Alder is still out there. You have to stop him. You have to stop him or we're all dead.
Oh, how about you take a rest, man? We got this.
Rest hell. He notices that the family's in the carriage. He says, I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm taking them with me. Anybody who wants to come is welcome. I'm not following them into the dark again.
Damn, man. Get a hold of yourself, and I'll slap him.
He looks at you with, renewed vigor and anger like he wants to hit you, but instead he climbs up onto the coach, grabs the reins, says, you best either step aside or get on board, because this coach isn't staying here any longer. And he cracks the whip and starts to move out.
Son of a bitch.
And just then you hear the howl of the wolf.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Far off to the northeast.
Far off?
He sounds not miles away, but definitely a ways off.
Shit. Is Grugg snapped out of it yet? Grugg?
Depends. Are we in initiative?
No.
Then yes.
Let's get
I have wasted a rage in order to... Oh, I didn't add the second... Damn it. fine. We're fine. Go ahead.
All right, what was that, Mara?
Let's get on the cart.
Good luck out there, Dandel. And try to run to
Which
catch
way
up.
is the cart going?
He's heading back down the road the way you came.
Which was remember.
Basically toward the west compared to where you're sitting now. He's headed back towards
Mirabar?
Tribor.
Oh, Tribor.
I'm just trying to figure out if the wolf sound is relatively on the same direction, but
No, it would be more toward the northeast.
yeah.
Mara, give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh,
That is another one.
As you look back, sort of in the direction of the howl of the wolf, standing just at the edge of what would be, normal vision, basically right at the edge of the road, sort of where the trail into the bush starts, but right at the edge of what you can see through the fog, you're fairly certain you see your sister.
If I throw a javelin, just hear me out. It counts as an attack against what I perceive as an enemy, and I can keep raging.
You don't see it.
Double javelin to the face.
mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I've changed my mind. Let's go that way.
Towards what?
And I head towards where I think my sister is.
What?
When you turn to answer, and when you turn back, she's gone.
I still keep going that way.
What?
I run that way even.
What is that? What the son of a bitch?
Grugg will outpace the paladin to ensure that he is there to protect her.
All right. Along the way, you're going to pass the body of the captain, dismembered by many a wolf and slash.
Well,
You're going to pass the body of one of the nameless dead guards.
poor nameless.
And
Such an unfortunate name.
Yeah, Saul. Nameless. He was. His mother hated him. Sal, the veteran, also body on the ground, and then not far beyond him, sort of, on his side and panting heavily, is a severely injured, gorgeous white direwolf. And as you approach, he sort of slips back into Dandel form, and he has a pretty bad gash across his torso, and he's not looking very good.
Have you seen a woman run through here?
He looks at you and says, "No, I'm sorry, I have not."
God, man, he's dying.
I will run over to him and just kind of scoop him up and get him laying down and check him with medicines.
Okay. Make your medicine check.
I have an herbalism kit, but I think it's the healer's kit that has things like bandages and stuff in it. That's
Roll him a tube.
That's a 13, I think. Yes, 13. This D20 does not roll very well. That's going on hiatus.
He is obviously not in good shape. His skin is pallid. His wounds aren't bleeding that much anymore. He's kind of on his way out. It's fairly obvious.
Oh.
All right. Well, I'm going to crack his neck. No.
He extends a hand out.
GURPS left over.
He extends a hand out and says, "Ram."
Yes, my friend. And I'll kind of kneel down and grab his hands, and both of mine.
You were always so kind to me. I made you something.
Oh.
I only had so much time. I wasn't expecting to give it to you yet, so it may only work once. You have to say his name. His name is my name, too.
And he reaches out his hand and he puts something in yours, and then he exhales and dies.
I'll
It's
kind
not a
of.
bloody staff, is it?
I'm going to lean into the paladin and say, "Did you know they were friends?"
I'll kind of reach out and close his eyes and put my hand on his head and be like, "I lost another one. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you, Dandel." And then I'll stand up and kind of like look down into my palm. What do I have?
It's a ring.
A ring.
A ring, a hand-carved wooden ring. And carved on one side is the head of a ram.
Well, that's just adorable. You little... I'll slip it on. And nothing like, if I don't like explode.
No, it fits. It actually
Fuck you, Ram!
almost feels warm to the touch. Whatever kind of wood he used, it must be good stuff.
Thank you, Dandel. And then I'll grim face, stand up and turn around. He's like, where to?
I don't know. We didn't get presents. Yeah. Obviously not, actually.
Mara, what did you see? Why did we run this way?
I saw someone very dear to me.
Dear to you, out here?
Yes. She shouldn't be here, but apparently she was. And I will get to the bottom of this.
If it leads me to more of those undead bastards to kill, I'm with you to find her.
I should never play this game, because all I wanted to do was be like, a deer? Out here? Amongst the
Oh,
wolves?
God.
It's not who my character is, though.
Thank you. Thank you for that. All we have to do is listen to the meta version.
Yeah.
Who's my hand of fate now?
That's me.
Yeah.
Roll a d20.
Magic the Gathering die or my new Cobalt?
Do the new Cobalt. I don't think the MTG roll downs are an actual d20.
I've been wondering about that. I don't know if that's... Yeah, I don't know if
That's a
they're accurate.
9.
All right. Everybody give me a wisdom save.
Oh, balls.
Save.
Save.
18 for Ramshackle.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
1.
No, I also got a natural 20.
No!
I did not get a natural 20.
You all feel a funky tingle, but
Oh, guys,
nothing.
give me 5
Nothing
minutes
you
in the
haven't felt
bushes.
before.
I'm really
As
hoping that you look down at the rain and go, what?
Oh,
As
that
you
clever
continue
bastard.
up the trail, you sort of reach. It's not really a clearing, but more you sort of rise onto a little bluff where not many trees are growing, and you're sort of out of the fog. It's a little bit thinner up here, and the moonlight is sort of like this backlight against the silhouette of what looks like just a rotted, decrepit, rundown old shell of what was once a fairly large house. In fact, it looks like there might have been more than just one story, but at this point there's not even a roof. It's just sort of what's left of walls, and the front door stands open. And Grugg, you're able to discern just a quick flash of like a sunlight off of blued armor as something slips into the door.
We're out of the woods, we're out of the dark, we're out of the night. Step into the
Stop
sun,
it.
step into the light.
Sing it. You should have played a bard.
Grugg, I didn't know you sang.
I studied many things during my hermitage.
Oh,
That
is
was not one of them.
Hermitage, is that like a town or a...
You should have practiced with an audience.
Oh,
He,
jeez.
he will take out his miniature drum and go, ba-dum.
I have to find my Manor Ruins map.
All right, as you find that,
Vengeance
I am
Paladin
going
or Insult Paladin? I don't know what we got going on here.
I'm grabbing a
Oh, yeah.
PA. I'll be right back.
Chapter 2, title is Where Are My Manor? Yeah? See? Yeah, let's take somebody who has a good bonus. Give me a history check.
Not it.
Guess that's gonna end up being Grugg.
+1. Grugg.
Freaking half-orc.
I feel like that's racist. And here, let me tell you why. Because you focused on the fact that I'm a half-orc. No. Let me say my piece, Ramshackle.
Sorry, the half-orc.
Fucker. You think I'm a barbarian, and that's all you see when you look at me. And not because of my rage, or my totemicness, or my lack of clothing. but because I'm a half-orc. All right.
Sorry, I thought you were a
No,
wizard.
dude, you just earned that inspiration I gave you a little while ago.
I wanted so badly for this to be for a natural 20. Let's see. I rolled a d12,
One.
which is obviously incorrect.
What did you roll on that d12?
Like a 4, but when I rolled a d20 to make up for it just now, it was a 19, which makes it a 20 for history. So
I'll
feel
take
free to
the
use
19.
whichever. Feel free to use whichever.
No, you're pretty sure that there was a lord that once controlled a vast estate in this location about 200 years ago. The only evidence of a once proud house and family are the ruined stone wall remains of the original main house. Legend speaks of a twisted lord, obsessed with dark powers and willing to do almost anything to please dark gods. One evening at a dinner party for other lords and ladies of the northern coast, he poisoned and damned the souls of all 13 of his dinner guests, trapping them within the confines of his walls to do his bidding for all eternity.
13.
I have a...
Get this. The evil lord's name was Daemon, Daemon, Wayan, Wayan,
Oh, God.
Nice.
which makes this Wayan Manor.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jeez.
I never want to DM again.
This is awesome.
This is my favorite thing of ever.
You know how to please Ark.
You're welcome.
I have a
This is
half
all I
elf
need.
contact that says I'm never allowed inside of manors where there's been dinner parties. Ever?
Your background feature is harrowing event. I know a friend.
Okay.
I'm actually a female, and I we used to be a cook for. Never mind.
I'm just a cook.
I'm just a cook. Yes, Under Siege.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! All right, let's move on.
All right. So are we going in the spooky house?
That's up to Little Miss Chaser's sister. Or
I think we left her back at the cabin.
Oh God.
Well, I don't see any other place where she might have gone, so yes. Obviously.
All right.
Can't believe you have to ask me that.
You all step inside what is an extremely large rectangular foyer, about 16 feet deep and 32 feet wide. Large wooden double doors sort of open in the center. Directly across from them is a large opening, which may have once had doors hanging from it, but now is just a walk-through into what looks like it might have been a dining room. It looks like there's a big old table in there and maybe some chandeliers. And then on either side, to the left and right, there are equally large openings that look like they might have once held doors into another room on the right and what looks like a hallway to your left. And I need everyone to roll wisdom saves again.
Oh God. Oops. Ramshackle got a 6.
Okay.
18.
Okay.
16.
All right. So, Grugg, you sense something, but you're able to shake it off, and you're not exactly sure what it is. Mara,
Cobwebs.
you out of the corner of your eye just catch the image of your sister sort of floating past the doorway to the hallway, and she glances over her shoulder at you just as she disappears from view. Ram, when you look at Mara, you don't see the human vengeance paladin.
Huh?
You see a twisted demonic visage, some bizarre winged bat-like creature with glowing eyes and drooling fangs, and it looks like it's getting ready to attack you.
Oh shit! I'll call up to the half-orc and be like, "Behind you, Grugg!" Knock my bow. And can I guess, shoot at it?
What do I see?
You see a halfling getting ready to shoot the paladin.
Okay. I don't mean okay like I'm going to let that happen. I'm okay as in
I was
hear
going to
you,
ask, does that mean you
and
want
I
to try to
process.
intervene, or far be it from me?
Yeah, no, I'm going to use my mastery of polearms to slap his bow
Don't you dare
with
break my bow.
with the back end because I have
Okay.
10 feet reach. I need to get to you.
So make an attack, and let's make an opposed roll versus a dexterity save for Ram.
Ooh.
Do you want me to use this as the actual back end?
Oh,
So like
save?
my bonus
Just
action.
roll it like you would. Yeah,
Using the back
like a
end.
bonus action attack. Yeah.
Oh, good thing I rolled
That's
low.
not going to be great for you. Yeah, it's not going to be great for you.
I only rolled a 9.
I rolled a 23.
Okay. Before you can draw back and fire, this pole butt comes out of nowhere and knocks you to the ground.
What the hell, Grugg?
I was aiming for your bow. I'm sorry.
But why? It's gonna kill you.
There is nothing there, Ramshackle.
Bullshit.
There is fell magic in this place. Get
Roll
your wits
persuasion.
about you. Wait, what?
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. That's another one I don't have. It's also my lowest stat. Oh, it was on the 20. Can I persuade you with a 6, dear sir?
I don't know.
Some time has passed. For a quick sec, let's see. Mara, what have you been doing?
I've been looking at what the other two have been doing, then look back at where my sister went, and then I'm going after my sister.
It's getting away, Grugg! Grugg! Damn it, Grugg!
All right. Ram, roll another wisdom save.
10.
Okay. I'm going to let you add that to the 6 for the convincing and give you a little extra bonus because I'm the DM, and just say that as Mara kind of steps past you on the ground, you once again see her face as she kind of has this wrinkled frown on her face and looks down at you and says,
Oh, what I'm saying to him?
"Sure."
I was like, he's going to speak for his character? That's mean. Inappropriate, dude.
I said, I'm going to say, follow me or not, at least get up. Keep going.
Ramshackle will kind of get himself up and kind of dust himself off, and I was just testing you, and then he'll follow her.
All right. Mara, give me the same save. Another wisdom.
9.
Okay. As you step through the doorway to the hall, immediately across from you are 2 doors. One sort of directly across the door you're coming through, one to the right of it. Both actually still have wooden doors sort of hanging loosely on hinges. Both are slightly ajar. The one to the right, a little more so. It's about half open, completely dark inside. But you would swear you see just like the end of her hair and the trail of her dress as she disappears into that room.
Then that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Grugg will call out to Mara as she kind of pauses and then starts moving again. And say, you know, Mara, sometimes even when we find what we're looking for, it turns out not to be what we wanted. I don't know what that means. That wasn't a character. That was
Did you
Jason.
say that part in character?
No, I have chips in my mouth.
Oh.
Hence the gruffness.
Whether she's here or not is irrelevant. I will get to the bottom of what's going on here.
Then I am with you.
All right. And into the room?
Yes.
Okay. As you enter the room, it is completely black. It's a fairly large, fairly empty room. Let's see. Grugg, are you the only one with dark vision? You are, right?
Yeah.
Over the Paladin's shoulder, you can kind of see, just ancient, destroyed piles of what was probably once maybe a table or a dresser. There are just threads, almost spiderweb-like, of what might have once been a tapestry or drapes. And in the corner sits a tattered chest that sort of seems to have aged better than everything else in the room. But other than that, the room is empty. And who's my hand of fate?
I was just about to say, guys, what you're seeing here is an illusion. There is no finely crafted chest in the corner. That's just a rabid rat.
It's back to you, Bobby.
Rolls a 14. Oh, so...
Rolls a 14 or chooses a 14 off the list of things he wants to do?
Nope, rolled a 14.
I'm kidding.
Not that you would know if I didn't.
I'm saying I didn't hear the dice, but whatever.
Oh, I rolled it on my tablet that time. I've been rolling it over here in my dice box. That time I rolled a 16. Either way, wisdom saves all around.
Oh, my favorite.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Hey, 17.
Nice.
Not bad, Ram.
I used to live in this house. I'm good.
What?
I got
Mara?
10.
What's that?
10.
10. All right. It is still really, really dark in the room. But you would swear, looking behind you, you can tell that it's Grugg,
Oh, God
but
damn
his
it.
face suddenly reminds you of Sebastian.
My favorite crab.
Under
the sea. I love you guys.
So Grugg looks like whoever Sebastian is. Fantastic.
But do I know it's Grugg or?
No, you're confused. It looks like Sebastian's head on Grugg's neck.
With that weird little line of green to probably not green. Yeah.
There's like a blur where it goes from being not quite tan to really tan.
I'm going to curse and yell out, "Damn it! What's going on here? Show yourself, or I'll tear this whole place down." And I'll draw my weapons and look around into the darkness menacingly.
And Mara, you alone hear a deep guttural laughter come from somewhere off in the distance. Just a...
Oh, I forgot about your good evil laugh.
Because all I can do is Unterglieben solo.
Unterglieben? Like...
I don't know. I can never remember what he actually says. I just know it goes solo.
Solo. Ramshackle will be like, what's wrong with her? She's acting crazy. Completely ignoring what happened earlier.
She's acting crazy.
Give me perception checks.
Ew.
Do I have disadvantage because I don't have dark?
Damn it.
Yeah, anybody who doesn't have dark vision will have disadvantage because
Guys,
it's dark and
Guys.
nobody's lit a torch.
guys, I think I found a penny. I think I found one. It's over here.
One of the $1,000 pennies?
I don't know. Let's find out. I rolled a 1.
You found a 1 anyway.
I rolled a natural 9.
What?
Which is a 14 for me.
I got 10.
Okay. Your passive is 15, so we'll take that and use it. But you are suddenly aware, Grugg, that not only is Mara, like, really angry with you for some reason, but the halfling looks confused, and the chest is now in a different corner of the room.
Rampage! No.
It's all on you right now, Grugg. I'm staring
Grugg is
intently at a
chips.
penny. Can I see this chest, or am I just completely clueless about everything?
No, it's fairly dark in the room. You aren't really able to make out much of anything.
All right.
Grugg's able to see with dark vision, but you guys are kind of... You can see enough not to fumble around, but it's a dark, dark room. You have to hold your eyes wide just to be able to make your way around.
Do I see anything I can make a makeshift torch out of?
Well, again, it's dark. You don't see much of anything.
Oh, right. Fair enough.
Do you not have an explorer's kit?
I don't think so.
What kit did you take?
I don't know if I have a kit. I don't know if I wrote one down.
Way to fuck up all of D&D.
I have smithing tools.
You suddenly become aware of the wooden ring on your finger,
Yeah.
and you understand that it in no way will give you light of any kind.
Well done. Well done.
Guys, I think this ring won't help us.
Ramshackle, quick, in the corner, there's a stick. I believe it to be a wand of disintegration. Pick it up.
I run over there. Pick it up.
Are you directing him toward the chest?
I was directing him towards an inside joke that cracks me up every time. Grugg is going to grab a hold of Mara with his offhand, because his other hand
Okay,
is
are you
bladed.
metaing, or is this real this time?
The one where I'm actually doing things in character is not meta. So this one is not meta.
Okay.
Anything I say to you that might or might not be mean or funny is probably out of character. And probably directed at Kanto. Alright, I will grab Mara by the shoulder and kind of give her just a brief shake. Something that would like damage a baby but not like hurt her.
Oh, God.
And say, woman, get a hold of yourself. What are you seeing?
Mara, make a wisdom save with advantage.
Wisdom save. That is a 16.
Okay, you're able to see Grugg again clearly. The strange face is gone.
Grugg looks fairly concerned with his...
But you do hear the laugh again. Farther away.
But only her?
Yes, only her.
Yes, only her.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, what have we here?
I'm going to
I'm
tell
hoping
Grugg
it's Land
that with a barely restrained anger in my voice, someone is toying me with my demons from my past, and he seems to be enjoying it.
We all have demons from the past. But these might be conquerable. Let's fuck some shit up! I don't know what else to say. I got nothing. Because I want to rage and just start fucking shit up, but
Ramshackle
probably not appropriate.
will look at the Paladin and say, "You just let us know what you want to do, and we'll be behind you."
We should leave this room and look for deeper in the house and see if we can find a master of this place.
You say that, but should we check the chest that moves around the room?
Wait, what
first?
chest?
What chest?
Shh, Ramshackle. Shh.
You
There's
mean
a
the
chest
wand of
in the
disintegration?
There's a chest in the corner, and I'll point it where it is now, or at least where it was the last time I looked, and say,
Alright.
there's a chest over there. It was over there, and I'll point to the place where it was before that.
You say it moves?
Every time these waves of weirdness wash over us. Yeah, it
Well,
seems to position.
how about we all...
Or we're moving, and the room is staying the same.
How about we all pick a corner, head towards it, and whoever gets to the chest gets to open it.
Why are you always the one who splits the party?
It's the same
What
room!
are you doing? You think it's the same room? Did you
Maybe.
learn nothing from Wizard's Tower and Vermintide?
Maybe I would be glad if you just disappeared for a while. Damn it. he's like fanning his eyes. Giant
Critical
Half-Orc.
hit.
I asked the Half-Orc, which corner is it in?
I will point to the chest.
And I will walk towards it.
that I hope is not a phasing mimic.
Very possible. I'm about to get eaten. And you
It's
guys
just
will have
fucking. It's half mimic, half phase spider. Just,
Oh god.
A
Don't give
phase
ideas.
mimic.
Oh god, no. I'll walk towards the chest.
Okay. The chest suddenly sits there like a chest.
Okay. Take a look at it. And nudge it with my foot.
When your foot touches it, it sticks.
Oh!
see,
Shit! My foot's stuck, guys.
fucking mimic.
Roll initiative.
Ah!
I should have gone. I'm sorry.
Good thing
I
I'm
was
right
go-
next
oh.
to this chest.
Not.
15.
17.
Ooh, nice. 15 for Ramshackle.
Okay. Grugg?
Okay, when I said it wasn't great, I meant compared to the previous ones. I think I've gotten one lower on every roll that we've made. This is 17.
Nice.
Which is 20.
20?
You
Yeah, I
were
was adding
complaining?
way the wrong thing to it. No, not really.
Okay. 20, that puts you up first. Basically, with you see Ramshackle walk up and sort of gingerly tap with his foot, and his foot gets stuck, and as he goes to pull it away, you can see some sort of visible change coming over the chest, but you're not exactly sure what.
I was going to say, is it like chain grabby, like he did a trap, or is it like pseudopodian grabby?
Yeah, more like it was super duper sticky.
Oh.
Oh.
So it may not even be a mimic, but it might be a mimic, and Grugg is tired of these motherfucking mimics in his motherfucking mansion.
This is the
Grugg
first.
is going to...
There are motherfucking mimics!
Grugg is going
the
to
first
rage. So what Alex knows and what you don't know is there's a mimic in Death House at a door, and so we just did this with a mimic. But if this is not a real mimic, then I don't just have to do 56 damage to it. So maybe we'll see. All right, Grugg is going to rage as a bonus action. Excuse me, as a bonus action, and then rush the mimic. And I would like to get all up in its shit, because I want to be its target instead of question. No, this is important. Sorry. Regardless of whether or not this is a mimic, this is a DM question that you may or may not be able to answer. Do you play the mimic's adhesion rule as when attacking it with a weapon, the weapon will stick to it?
Don't answer that.
I don't, but
Well,
I don't want
I'll
to
answer
assume
that this way. Until you said something, the idea hadn't occurred to me.
Right. So I always have to read it. So okay, you can decide afterwards. I was just curious if you had a...
No, but
you guys have faced
I'm not going to play that this time, but that's fucking brilliant.
Feel free, the phrase
Because it
does say anything that touches it.
Adheres to anything that touches it.
I was going to say, I'm quite certain this is a mimic, because Jason knows, but Grugg is going to attack the chest, because Grugg is pissed, hence the rage. So I'm blowing my wad, is what I'm saying.
Boom.
That is a 20, not
That
natural.
hits.
And reckless attack. Oh, reckless attack has to be the first one. Oh, shit.
What
That's
would
a
have been with a reckless attack?
the 20. Yeah, okay, good call. And then, oh, that one's a crit though.
Nice.
Take it.
So yeah. All right. So the first attack, and get that out of the way, is a D10 plus 5. That is
15
8
plus
damage.
15.
So this is the first. This is the non-crit. So this is 8.
Oh, sorry, 8. Okay.
Then the plus another 2 for rage. Sorry, I need to write that fucking down. I have it on my sheet somewhere. It's just not in the damage. The crit is then a 17 plus an additional 2d10 because I'm a half-orc.
Nice.
So that second attack does 29 damage.
Okay. So at this point, not that you can see it, Ram, but your foot is basically attached to a half-morphed chest, giant mouth, eyeball thingy,
Oh, what the hell?
which
Yum,
is
yum,
going
yum,
to
yum.
bite you,
No,
or
leave
attempt to.
Leave me alone.
18
That'll do.
does 7 piercing damage and 4 acid
Oh, so
for a total of 11.
How's that archery skill now, bitch?
Why are you saying that to me?
So that's Ark saying that.
Same team.
I was saying that to Rex.
Next would be Mara. Not that you can see what's going on.
Ow! Stop it!
She just sees
Mara-
the bastion.
Mara, you have an explorer's pack.
Yes.
Am I wrong, or doesn't the explorer's pack have torches?
It has
I
several
don't know.
torches.
Like
No
10
one
of
knows
them?
what these packs mean. I don't care. Yeah.
Explorer's pack, you have 10 torches.
Oh, well, then I'll light a torch, I guess.
Start beating it with torches. Just fill its mouth with torches.
You've had torches this whole time?
Okay. You light a torch, and you are able to see the chest chewing on Ram's leg.
I put the torch out again.
Okay. Ram, you're up.
I promise to get revenge on my party members eventually. I'll drop my bow and pull out my battle axe, grip it with 2 hands, and swing down at the. Oh, can I rip it away? Can I make a check?
You can try to pull away.
No.
Make a strength check.
Was that a bonus action or is that a? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it would be an action, but yeah. And it would be with disadvantage.
Okay, then I'm just gonna swing at it. With
Okay.
2 hits with my axe, 2-handed. 13 plus 5 is 18,
Hits.
and a natural 20.
That just hits.
Just barely. Alright, so where's my D10 at? Here we go. Oh, so the first attack is a 9 plus 2 is 11.
Okay.
And then, so max damage would be 12. You said plus another attack roll?
12 plus a damage, or plus the damage die for the weapon.
Just the D10, no addition?
Well, you do all of your addition and everything in the max damage.
So I did the 12, and then I rolled a 10.
You roll
So
your short
22.
bow, like attack again, or your short sword, or
Yeah.
whatever you're doing.
So I rolled a max, so D10.
And you are, it's well more than enough. You're able to pretty much slice it open, and your foot is released.
I spit on it.
And actually, in its place now is a demolished, aged wooden chest. And let me just double check something real quick. Roll me a D100, Ramshackle.
I shall. So D10 and a D100. 72.
Sitting in amongst the rubble is a small stoppered bottle with a funky glowing liquid inside.
Ooh. I reach down and
Chug, 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 chug.
pick it up, and I don't suppose any of you guys know what these things are. Can I dip my finger in it and take a taste test?
Sure.
Just
I
a
can
little.
try to identify it.
You could try. Yeah, all right. I'll hand it to the Half-Orc.
Sorry, I keep turning that on right as I crunch into a chip.
All right, you have
do you want
herbalist thing or whatever. Oh,
Medicine. I have an herbalism kit if that would help. I don't know why it would, but I have no Arcana, but I have +1 Arcana, I guess. So what do you want me to roll here?
Arcana, medicine, religion, whatever you have the best roll of those three. And so medicine.
By far medicine.
Yeah, go ahead, medicine.
That's a 17.
You're not positive, but you're pretty sure it is a magical potion. It's not a healing potion.
Grugg will take a sip of it, though, because he'll determine what it is. If he's fairly sure that it's not.
If it's poison, I can take a poison pretty well.
No, you feel a little bit lighter.
Ooh.
Aha!
Well,
I sense a half-elf died in this house and left all his gear behind.
damn it. Poor Kanto. He's really lovable when you get to know him.
I kind of forgot because I had just finished dinner, but when we first started this, I was going to be like, just kidding, guys. Bobby's not running it. Let me kill you in Murder Pit real fast, and then we'll go to his game.
That first murder house was just a dream. You wake up, and you're in the murder house.
It was a dream for me. That's for damn sure.
Okay, so the dirty chest mimic is slain. The magical potion of making orc feel light as a feather is discovered.
It's some sort of meth potion. Got it.
Hey.
Second rate.
What you gotta do is pour that out in a pan, man, and put it in the oven, okay? But not too hot.
I'm going to restopper it, and I'm going to hand it to Ramshackle. I think it is a potion of not crashing to your ass from heights. I think that's the spell.
All right.
Is that a technical term?
Well, technically, I guess Grugg doesn't know if it's a potion of fly or featherfall. Ark thinks it's featherfall, but it depends on what Bobby's rules are for the potions. I mean, does a taste test automatically tell you what it is, or his indication was no, and that's fine.
In this case, no.
Yeah.
You have a pretty good idea. You are correct in your guesses.
Yeah.
But I don't want to tell you which one.
No, exactly. I know it's one of those two. That's why I'm saying it the way I am, because I don't want to say it.
Sounds good. Thanks for checking that out for me.
Grugg immediately falls over.
Oh!
You take 3,000 poisoning damage.
Grugg is raging, so that's only 1,500.
I don't think that works on poison, does it?
Oh yeah, I have resistance to literally all damage.
Really?
Raging, except psychic, which I really should not have reminded Bobby about.
Oh no, I made a note of that on your character.
No, I'm quite aware.
He just has it in bright red.
Right? It's
that's why we're making.
times.
Why do you think we're making so many wisdom checks?
Oh, bastard.
Could be. All right,
But next he's going to make everything arrow resistant. So
Consequences. All right.
What is our plan?
I want to follow what Moro wants because she seems to know the most about this, or seems to be hearing things that we're not hearing.
Yeah.
Wait, is Mara's sister Moira?
No.
Because
How much? Is there like a piece of metal from that mimic?
Machine is still on, Moira.
Like broken off?
like a latch.
Like
Is the
anything?
what?
Is there any like pieces of metal from that mimic that are like broken off or laying around?
Hinges, latch, sure.
I'll snap off a hinge
Trophies.
and I'll stick it in my pouch for later.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it on my armor.
Because why wouldn't you?
Because I'm addicted, okay?
Well, first I'll light a torch and then see if there's anything else in the room.
No. Basically you're looking at decay and, the eventual entropy of what a house becomes when it's left alone in the woods, surrounded by nothing but evil.
So we've got two doors.
Oh. Yeah, if you step back out into the hallway, across and a little bit to your right is your entryway back to the foyer. There's a hallway basically immediately to your right, kind of just, a few feet down is an entrance to another room on the same side of the hallway as you. And then far down if you were looking out of the door to your left, at the far end of the hallway, there's a doorway that appears to go outside, and one on either side of the hall.
Where'd you see your sister go?
The room we just went in.
Huh.
I'll just take the other room then next to it.
Okay, come out and take a right and scoot down the hall. Walk into the room. Who is my hand of fate roll?
Lex.
But I want to be your marching order leader.
Okay, so
I will go
you're in
last.
first.
That being said, I may not have the highest AC because we're out of battle. Go ahead.
Uh, 10.
Okay. Inside
Leader of the
room,
marching order gets cut in half. Oh.
You go inside the room, and it's basically the same thing, although you do notice that the corner of this room is pretty much disintegrated. The walls are gone. It's kind of open to the elements in the outside. So the inside of this room is far more run down and grown over than the last room you were in. The corner far opposite the door as you come in is basically just all grass and moss and tendrils reaching in through the gaping crack in the corner of the house. And there really isn't even as much like remnant of furniture or fabric as there was in the other room. This one just seems to be Jumanji taken over.
We have to roll the dice.
And everybody, give me the
Wisdom check.
Wisdom save, please.
Oh boy.
13.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Nice.
19.
19. Okay. As you enter, Grugg, you really, you see just what I explained, and you sort of walk cautiously into the room and don't see much of anything, but you get that same weird tickle down your spine that lets you know something ain't right here. Mara, you aren't sure, but you think you hear your sister's voice say your name from somewhere down the hall. And Ram, as you step through the door, you are no longer in this room with these people. You are back in the belly of the beast, in the pit of battle in the last war that you fought in.
Oh shit.
Up to your knees in mud, swinging steel, flashes of light from whatever magical whatnot is going off around you. You're in. This is the last bit of hell that you remember from your days in the military.
Trolls everywhere.
At this point, there are troll parts because you are covered in troll blood, and you're kind of you feel like you just finished, hacking to bits whatever was about to attack you, and you're looking up into the face of another onslaught of trolls coming towards you.
Oh shit. So, kind of like, I guess this would be like Vietnam right now, right? Like,
It's
freaking-
totally Saving Private Ramshackle.
Am I like immersed? Do I know that I'm not supposed to be here, or am I just like in the moment?
Roll Wisdom Insight.
All right, insight. That's only a 9.
You're confused. All you know is you smell blood and you smell mud and you can hear the sounds of battle around you.
All right. I'll turn to the men around me, dead and dying and wounded, and I will, yell at them. It's like, there's not many of us left. This is our last chance. If we break them here, we can win this. And I'll raise my bow above my head, and I'll scream, and I'll charge into battle.
Okay, and Grugg and Mara,
Grug grab
you're
him
watching
back in
this.
the shirt. Yeah.
Just pick him up.
Just pick him up. Yeah. Little feet going crazy.
I won't even make you roll for it.
Spinning in midair.
Ram,
Eat a
you're
giant
actually
bag of holding just to put you in.
you're oblivious to actually being picked up. Your feet still move. Your arms are still moving like you would be if you were firing your bow. You're still screaming in rage.
So that's happening.
Otherwise, the room seems empty.
Do I? I'm not immersed the way Ramshackle is, right?
No, you're watching him being picked up by the barbarian.
Um,
I almost said
I'll just-
half-orc, but I didn't want to set off another racially inspired.
Speaking of the half-orc, quick question.
Yeah.
Do I have a +1 glaive?
Yes,
Oh, fuck. All right, thanks. I appreciate the present.
isn't that
My
what
bad.
you picked?
Yeah, I just did not have that on the character sheet.
Oh, I didn't. I tried to go over those and catch it, and I did not.
No, it's fine. I presume that also puts up my bonus attack with it?
Yeah,
All right.
should be a +1 to your attack and damage.
Yeah. I mean, so it's fine. We'll just spend a little bit more here and there.
I'm kind of live tweeting this, but slowly.
Excellent. I want to be Hoodie Turtle. Don't tell Space Voldemort what to do, Hoodie Turtle.
I'm going to give the fighter a punch in the face.
Come
Snap out of
on,
it.
dude. How about a slap?
Go ahead and roll a melee attack.
If he misses, I'm gonna bite his hand.
I'll probably miss. I rolled a 2. But whatever comes, that's not going to be enough.
That would make it a 9, which is not going to do it. Your attempt at a slap or a punch sort of misses his head completely and bounces off the shoulder of his armor.
How?
So you get
You're supposed to use the stick for pinatas.
in my dream. It's like this really big troll just slapped me and it didn't hurt at all. Ha ha!
I don't really have anything to get him out of there. Snap you out of it, I believe. No.
Make your wisdom save again, Ram.
All right. That's better. 16.
Okay, the punch missed, but it was enough to sort of snap you out of it, and you realize where you are again.
Which is dangling in the air.
You're dangling in the air. Your legs are really tired for some reason.
Oh!
And in front of you, sort of materializing between the giant crack in the wall and you, is a sort of a shape, I wouldn't say ghost, but it's definitely a humanoid shape, but it's not exactly there. It's just sort of there.
Apparition.
You're really not exactly sure if it's there or if you're making it up. You're a bit confused when it reaches out. Oh, and crits.
Oh?
Whoops.
You don't have anything that keeps you from being surprised, do you?
I do not.
chance? Okay, he is going to do 27 necrotic damage.
Finally.
Why are you cheering this? Whose team
And I
are
need to
you
make
on?
a Constitution save.
Oh, I'm pretty good at those.
Finally, we're in battle. I'm sorry that I didn't mean for that to be misinterpreted.
23.
Lex, sidebar? No, finally, seriously, that he took some damage because I've
Oh.
just been getting hit constantly
Plus
this whole time.
7, so 25.
Okay, you're okay then. Other than
Ow!
the damage you did take.
Damn it, Half-Orc, put me down!
If you fail the con save, it reduces your hit point maximum by the same amount.
Oh, that's awful.
Just so
If
everybody knows.
If I'm wielding
No.
one of my battle axes, and a halfling. Can I throw both in the same turn using a bonus action?
No.
No, I don't want to do that.
I don't see why not, but first, everybody roll initiative.
Goddamn yes.
19 for Ramshackle.
Oh. Goddamn no.
I'm a
6.
halfling, no gnome.
6. And Grugg?
13. I actually felt like I rolled pretty poorly on that one.
All
That's the
right.
excitement.
All right, Ram. You're up.
Am I still in his meaty paw?
You are.
And how
If
far
you would
away
like
is this
to
thing?
wait- Oh my god,
It's-
yes.
It's right in front of you.
I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna use you as a turret.
Oh god. I guess I still have my axe, and I'll just swing at it while I'm dangling from this half-orc.
Do you want to hold your action until I drop you?
No, this is more
So you can
fun.
get away.
You can always just put me down behind you on your turn.
I'm gonna drop you. Is what I'm gonna do.
Well, you
Not out
could
of sight, but out of
If you want to
mechanics.
wiggle away, if he's not going to try to restrain you, you could just drop out of his grip.
Do I get
And then make an
disadvantage if I
attack.
swing while I'm dangling?
Heck no, I'll let you do it.
Yeah!
Just make your attack.
That's
You
what I
want to do
wanna
it there?
do.
Yeah.
Okay, so one was a terrible miss, and the other one...
Don't forget lucky, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'd actually need that. So I
I don't know
one.
if it's on a 1 or not.
Oh, that turned into a crit. Thank you, Jason.
Okay, I wasn't sure if your lucky was on a 1 only or not, but
Yeah, it's on a on a roll of 1 attack roll, ability check or saving throw. You can re-roll the die. You must use the new one. So I got a crit and I got a 19.
Nice. Both of which will hit.
All right. So the first attack or the crit does 12 plus 8. So 20
20.
total. And
Wait,
then
what? Sorry, real fast. What do you roll for your? What is your weapon damage?
1d10 for a versatile battle axe. Plus 2.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm sorry. I forgot what you were using.
Yeah. And then I actually rolled max damage for my next attack, so that's another 12.
Nice.
32.
Smack. And Grugg?
I feel
You're
so
up.
tall.
Plop.
Oh. Oh,
Welcome back, Ramshackle.
can I, or is it too late to do a second wind?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Okay.
As I drop you.
Yeah. Oh! 1d10 plus my fighter level. Oh, dang, I'm rolling 10s like crazy. 15,
Just get the
15 health
second
back.
wind knocked out of you.
Yeah. 35 points left. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Grugg will not rage, but Grugg will reckless attack. Grugg gets a 24.
That is a hit.
That is 14 damage.
Okay.
Second attack, non-reckless, is 1 less, and the same damage, so another 14 damage.
Okay.
Bonus
At that
attack. Oh,
The specter vanishes. But now all three of you hear a very high-pitched laughter, almost a cackle. As it echoes into silence.
I'm really sad. Gonna bonus attack against Ramshackle.
Hi-ya!
I rolled a 26. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. Let's continue on. I'm always raging on that first attack. I never get to use it.
Why am I so mad?
I'm good.
This room is clear.
That don't feel so good.
You have a lot of troll blood on you.
What?
No.
Okay. Well, there's nothing in here that we can see?
Nope. Just a dark, empty room.
Perception
I have a
check
shield and I
around?
don't know why.
You're gonna. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, 7. Okay.
It's pretty for a dark, moldy, dank room.
I'm
I would
pretty
like to
sure
investigate.
the trolls are gone, and then I turn around and walk out.
I'm going to quickly perception check the crack in the wall. Unless
Okay.
I don't see that. Was that just a him thing?
No, it's physically there. Basically, the corner of the room is gone.
Oh, so okay, so it's not necessarily like an interesting crack. It's more just like the disintegrated corner of the room.
Correct.
But it is where the thing came from, right?
It sort of appeared in the corner of the room, but it might have come from outside.
I'll just carry on with Ramshackle. Well, first I'll ask Mara if she's okay.
Mara?
Sorry, what?
I asked. Grugg is asking if you're okay.
Yes.
Okay.
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 So
I wasn't sure if like the specter like looked like someone or something.
No, it was barely even a humanoid shape.
Okay. Because the little one seems batshit crazy, but she seems to be having a bad time.
Poor Ramshackle.
She pizzaed when she should have French fried. Wait.
Sometimes
Other way around on that, I
pizzas
guess.
and French fries. Wait.
It's from South Park.
So back into the hallway.
Gonna have a bad time. I will
You're gonna have a
go
bad
across the hallway and fucking just kick down the door, like the 3.5 edition Half-Orc in the Dungeon Master's Guide, to explain what kick down the door style means.
Hurrah! Except there's no door there. Just
All awkwardly posed. I kick down the opening and bust
whoosh!
through this plane of existence.
That's awesome.
And you're back in the large foyer. Everybody.
Oh
give
my god,
me
I'm on foyer, guys!
Wisdom save.
Oh god.
Oh god, fucking damn it.
Oh.
Oh, that one's not good.
Hey, I did it. 18.
Natural 1.
Oh yes. You guys are gonna murder
Ramshackle.
the halfling.
Ramshackle's gonna have a bad time.
Try.
And Grugg, what'd you get?
He's got the
what are you
half
doing?
orc and a headlock.
Is
Wake
this-
up!
Is this animal handling? Grugg is very good at animal handling.
No, this would be
no.
wisdom save.
I don't care. I did not roll a 1, but I did fail it.
Okay. Well, you and Mara
Oh god.
both hear the sound of a dinner party. People's voices, glasses,
This is much better.
silverware on dishes,
Robin,
music
my boy.
coming from the great room to your left as you
dicks.
enter the foyer again. In fact, there's even a bit of light coming from the opening that goes into that room.
Such an asshole.
I don't even know which one of us you're talking to right now. I don't care.
Bobby. Bobby's the asshole.
We know it's not Lex, and that's all we care about.
Ramshackle, you get to relive the worst moment of your life. Everyone else, you get a dinner party.
Hey, it's a party.
Not my fault I didn't write him a backstory. I just realized you couldn't see my facial expressions or my eye motions when I did that, so... Let me get a little drunk.
Picture it in my mind, Clark, and it's beautiful. So, what is the plan? Shall we join the dinner party?
We just hear this. We're not necessarily like incited to go towards it or anything.
Well, as far as you can see and hear, there's a group of people in there having a great time.
This is the freaking
But
Shining.
I'm still Grugg, just weirdly hearing this out to the side.
If you guys start repeating phrases about all work and no play, I'm out.
No, but if you are thirsty,
There's an elevator.
I do have some red rum for you.
Does one of my twins appear? And
Right?
I'll have a look I'll go crash the dinner party.
Mara,
When I see that Mara has also heard what I heard, I'll go with her.
Where are you guys
You
going?
both hear and see the same thing.
What's happening?
There are people having a good time, Ramshackle.
I don't
Pay
believe you.
attention.
So
Ramshackle
are you
just
going to
just
walk into the
shrugs.
great room?
Yes.
Come on, Ramshackle. We must investigate.
As you approach, there are through the door you can see a long table kind of extending out lengthwise from the entrance of the door. Numerous people sitting around it, finely dressed, well-proportioned table. Candelabras with lit candles. There are 3 large chandeliers, also lit with large candles, burning brightly. The room is just engulfed in bright light and music and the smell of food. But as you pass through the threshold of the door, the illusion dissipates completely. And you're left with exactly what Ramshackle saw you guys walking into, which is the same room as described, but it's dark, lit only by the torch that Mara still holds.
Told you so.
And seated at the table, there are chairs on either side and on either end, and about half of them are full of skeletons in tattered clothes. The other seats look like they may have once had someone in them, but they've decayed to the point where there aren't even bones seated there any longer.
Grugg will fall to his knees, raise his fist to the sky, and yell out, "There was bacon!"
Ramshackle will, now that the half-orc is only a couple feet taller than him, will reach up and pat him on the shoulders when he's on his knees, like, I understand. And then he'll walk in and look around.
He's one short mother. Shut your mouth! Just talking about Shackle. I have a little timer that goes off every time I need to do another one.
I'm gonna break that.
Perfect.
I roll to break that. Can I look around? Take an investigation of the dinner table? Or
Yeah, absolutely.
perception or investigate? What do you want?
Whichever one.
Alright. 11.
Okay. There are 6 seats currently occupied by skeletons, 3 on either side of the long sides. The seats at either end of the table, both unoccupied. The one seat, though, catches your attention because at the far end of the table, at the far end of the room against the wall, instead of, being the same dust and cobweb and decrepit, decayed remnants of what once was, there's no dust on the chair. The plate, while it's empty, is clean and pristine china, and bright, shiny silverware that just catches the reflection of the firelight from the torch sits arrayed on either side, almost as if the place was just set.
I plop down on it and put my feet up on the table.
You dishonor the dead, Ramshackle.
Ah, screw you, half-orc.
And at that, you hear the laugh.
Ooh, did I hear it?
All of you heard it.
Yes!
See?
And then I kind of let a little on this guy's chair. Just a little one.
And at that point, the 6 skeletons seated at the table all start to rattle and shake, sort of vibrate.
Did they roll too?
Stand up. They do roll. There's a bit of
Was
rocking.
Was Shake, Rattle, and Roll the name of an old cartoon in the 90s? But not a cartoon. A boy in like a robot live who then watched cartoons such as like the race car cartoon.
I don't
Not
remember.
that I remember, but in the 90s, I wasn't watching many cartoons.
Yeah, you already had a job and children and a life.
My girlfriend.
Okay.
All right.
Anyhow.
Grugg has the 1,000-yard stare.
Are they
Just
already?
thinking back.
Are they already up and doing, or can I run across the table and punt one's head off?
Well, let's roll initiative and find out.
All right. That's not good. Ramshackle got an 8, so it's going to take him a second to get off this chair. It's so comfortable.
You did one of those. You cross the leg, and immediately one of them goes numb.
Ow! Cramp.
Mara.
I've got 8 as well.
I air 5 Mara.
Grugg thinks he might have wasted one of his rages on the Mimic, because he would have liked to have used one here versus many enemies, but is worried about the boss fight that might be coming. But he rolled a 13.
All right.
Not good, guys.
The
Grugg
skeletons.
is very excited that he doesn't have to write shit down during this game. It's very
It is.
exciting.
It's nice not to have to, isn't it?
It really is.
The skeletons
Who's in
will
what
go
order?
first.
You guys write stuff down?
Yeah. What? With what? And just to make it simple on ye old DM, you'll each get 2. So first
This is the
2
dream.
will attack Ram because he's right there
I
sitting
am.
in the chair.
Bring it.
In fact, they are going to shoot you with... No, let's not do the short bow. They don't have those. We'll use the knives they picked up from the table.
I was say they have tableware, yeah.
That's
That's
awesome.
a crit.
Oh, God. Ramshackle's
Second
in
one
so much trouble.
is a 17.
Oh, that is exactly my armor class.
That's what you get for sitting
So
down.
dose hits.
I die.
So that is going to be 12 from the first one and 8 from the second.
20, huh?
You already had some pretty decent damage. I know you healed.
Oh,
but
yeah. I'm looking great right now.
What do you have?
All right, now
15.
2 are going to attack Mara
You have 15 health left?
Oh, yeah.
with a 21 and a 24.
Both hit.
A total of 16 piercing damage.
Okay.
And now 2 for Grugg.
Hey, real fast.
Yeah.
Were either of them outside of my reach when they started their turn? Would it be reasonable
let's say yes.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just asking.
They stood up from the table and came at you. You weren't as close as Ram was.
Okay. If I can, I would like to use my reaction to because I get an opportunity attack when one enters my reach.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a 20. 21,
That is a hit.
actually.
Hit.
Not great for damage. 8.
Okay. And the hit
Thank
back was a 22
Miss?
and a 16.
Miss. That one actually is a miss. I have a 17 armor class.
8 damage on the first one.
Okay.
And then Mara and Ram, you're both up.
Oh. Did Mara already get attacked? Did I miss it?
Did I not attack Mara yet?
Grugg,
Yeah.
you did,
Oh. I missed it.
but Grugg has a higher initiative than both of them.
Yeah.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure.
He is a 13. My reaction threw you off. Is what it was.
Gotcha.
You guys think I should rage? It's only 6 skeletons. I'm worried about a boss fight. Is what's happening.
How many rages do you have left?
I have this.
Oh. Well, we could take a rest. Do you get
I
one
need
back?
a
in
long rest.
Oh, balls.
I should not have used one on the Mimic. I was
That-
being cinematic, and I also thought maybe he had added more health to it, but he didn't.
That is up to you.
I meted that one a little bit too much. You each can take 2 skeletons, probably. Nick.
Well, I'm probably gonna go down. Just a heads up.
So the only thing I would use rage for is tanking right now. Otherwise, I mean, just straight up damage. I think I can handle this. Fuck it. These dishonor the dead too. Who wants pudding? Bonus action to
I do.
who wants Who wants pudding is the actual catchphrase I wanted to use for going into rage. Bonus action to enter rage. Attack action on the wounded skeleton is a 17.
Hits.
18, sorry.
Also hits.
Good, because that'd be weird otherwise. That is a solid 15 damage plus 2 17 damage.
Yes.
On top of the 12 from before, I think.
8 from before.
8 from before. Thank you.
Now, Mara.
I have a second attack. I was waiting for you to say he's dead.
My bad. No, he's not dead yet.
God damn it.
Okay. That's sealed what I need to do on my turn.
Yeah, exactly. I should probably roll to hit before I roll the damage. I was like, fuck, that's a 1, but let's say 25 to hit and 9 damage. A 1 is still a 9 damage. I enjoy that. That's nice.
That's nice.
That skeleton falls.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Pieces on the ground.
Action would be nice. If I could just do it.
Now, are you finally done killing things?
Yeah, no, that's all I can do. 1 bonus action, 2 attacks. I can move. I'm going to actually move up on the 2 skeletons that are on Ramshackle.
You still have one on you, don't you?
Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I won't do that.
I'm coming to you, buddy.
If I can move slightly towards them to do it, then whatever.
All right.
If you want to move, he'll just get an opportunity attack.
No, I don't necessarily want to move out of his range.
All right. Mara and I.
Yep.
Well, mine's going to be quick, because disengage is an action, right?
Yes.
I'm going to
Sorry.
disengage and disappear.
I can't not DM.
I'm gonna run. Can I run behind the Half-Orc?
Yes.
And I believe
And in fact, if you're running behind him, if you want to make a stealth check to hide.
that was my goal. I also want to pull out my
Disappear.
bow instead of my axe.
Okay.
Stealth roll +5, 17.
Yeah, they don't know where you went.
I'm just laying down in his shadow, really still.
Mara,
you look like a pile of junk.
It's true. It's perfect. All right.
I'm sorry, but when you fall down, you have little pieces that are made to clatter off you, so it looks like you just get inside. So it just looks like pieces of you clatter apart, like a suit of armor that is no longer a thing.
I like it.
That's brilliant.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, Mara.
You're not sorry.
Damn.
I'll swing my longsword.
Okay.
And one of the 2 on me. Doesn't matter which one. That is a natural 1.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Whoosh.
And the other is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. For 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom save again for me.
Oh no.
12.
As you run your sword through the skeleton on that last attack, it suddenly isn't a skeleton anymore, but you're stabbing the sword through a bloody wound right through the chest of your sister.
All right.
And she looks back at you with horror in her eyes and just whispers,
God.
as she falls to the ground, and suddenly you are all alone in an empty room.
And I guess I'm really into this then, like character-wise. So I guess I'll fall on my knees and scream.
Oh shit. Does she actually do that in ours?
I like it.
And we see her do that.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice, okay.
Everything just disappears around you, and she falls to her knees screaming.
Whoops. We're still fighting skeletons, though, right?
They have all disappeared.
Oh, even for us.
Everything is gone. The three of you stand in an empty
God
room.
damn it. Rage. I was gonna do so much damage this turn. Alright.
What the hell? Was that just an illusion? That hurt, though.
It did indeed.
Hurt real bad.
Sob, 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 scream.
Can I try to console her to get her to snap out of it?
Absolutely.
I lay my hands on her and say, "It wasn't real. Whatever you saw, it wasn't real." You know, besides the gaping wounds I have in my side. I don't know
Is
if I
that
need
enough to snap?
Yeah, can I
Is that
roll?
enough to snap me out of it?
Sure. Roll, persuasion?
Oh, don't worry, it's my strong suit. I rolled an 8. Hey, don't worry, I'm sure that...
I'm sure your sister was already dead.
Yeah.
Hey, is your sister seeing anybody?
Yeah, oh god. The first thing I want to do is take my axe and just chop that chair into bits. Just wail
The one you
on
sat in?
it. Yes, just wail on it.
All right, make an attack roll.
I
Okay.
wanted to wail on Ferric and...
17 plus 5, 22.
That hits, and the chair pretty much folds under the weight of your attack. It splinters, the age of it.
I spit on it, and then I, with 2 fingers, I pick up that plate and, hold it out arm's length and just drop it.
On the
Really?
table or on the ground?
On the ground.
Greg will just look at you, really.
It falls to the ground, and it hits on edge,
Yeah.
and it stops and
Ooh.
stays there.
Oh, fucking what?
Did you see that?
And you hear a voice that says, "Are you not enjoying my little game?"
Well,
God damn it,
you want to
Strahd.
break more of your shit? I'll do it. But I take the plate, and then I put it in my bag. I'm keeping this.
Next round is Battleship.
It's like that scene from Liar Liar when he takes the guy's he's at the junkyard and he grabs this smelly Scentsy Christmas tree. He's like, "I'm taking this." And I put it in my bag.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
I love Liar. I
this.
haven't seen Liar Liar since I was a senior in high school, but
A great movie.
Worth
I do
picking
not
up
remember
again.
that part. It makes me sad. Can't watch it.
All right.
Yes.
So I put the cursed plate in my bag.
Fair enough.
If I can.
All right. You suddenly become aware again of that ring on your finger, Ram.
Yeah.
It's sort of warm.
Really?
Not hot, but warm enough, and just enough to make you kind of remember that it's there.
All right.
And you have the sudden understanding that you can probably use it as a weapon.
Ooh.
Dandel, no!
Don't say the name.
Yeah, now you know how I feel, you motherfucker.
Don't set it off. No, not that. I don't want you to set the ring off.
Oh, the ram-shaped cock ring? No, alright, sorry.
It's too small to fit on that. All right,
There
onward.
are double doors in the east side of the room, which would have been from where you entered off to the right, about halfway up. And while they don't open and close, they sort of do that old west flappy thing, like maybe something had just walked through them.
Ka-chunka-chunka.
Oh.
Just a couple chunkas.
Can we kind of cracks his back? Can we take a quick rest here? Just,
I don't think that's a good idea.
work the kinks
at all.
out.
Also, we all just went to the bathroom. What were you doing?
I meant in-game.
I'm aware.
Am I still on the ground? sobbing.
God.
Just ignoring her.
As far as I know, yes.
Oh,
Alright.
My bad. I thought you stood back up.
I really tuned things out really easy. I'm sorry.
Well, he had. I thought he had gotten down and gotten like consoled you and gotten you back
No,
up.
I did the opposite of consoling her. I did bad.
Grugg
Yeah,
will
but-
console her. I
Yeah,
apologize.
he was hitting on the spirit of her dead sister.
I don't have. Jason doesn't have anything good to add to this necessarily, but Grugg would like to use his hermiting meditation time and religious know-how to maybe try to say something that will help or comfort her. I have a +4 in religion, and I rolled a 14. If I even needed to roll for something, I just don't necessarily, as Arc, have anything to say. Here, have this.
Fair enough. Consoling words.
The opposite of vicious mockery is what I'm looking
Yea, though the Hindus speak of karma.
for. Cows be delicious. Remember those words. Thank you, Bobby.
I want to be able to replay the scene where the old lady dies in Vacation. She asks Clark to say a few words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad fell out of his chair during that part of the movie.
Loved that movie.
I've never seen my dad laugh that hard. But that movie gets him, and I don't know why.
Right. So, Mara, you feel somewhat consoled, even if the words are a little bit on the flowery religious side for your taste.
Alright.
They're not specific to any religion, let's be clear here. Grugg
Non-denominational flowery religious side.
Grugg likes meditation, but he doesn't believe in magic.
I don't believe in Beatles. I just believe in me.
Alright.
I could have been the walrus. I'd still have to bum rides off of people.
Alright.
No one?
Now that I'm back up,
Saying Slade is my favorite English band, but whatever.
I think I'll dispense with a bit of healing.
Thank you.
Oh.
I thought you. Never mind.
I'm good.
I'm just gonna accept it.
I don't have... I'm not a cleric. I'm not even close to the healing ability of a...
Have.
I have
Sorry,
some.
that was that. I didn't mean to actually ask you what you. I was curious what a vengeance paladin actually does. I've never looked at it.
Lay on hands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she does.
that's what I'm going to do.
That's your best bet.
I wince, thinking she's gonna hit me again.
Again. Oh my god, that should be how you dispense it.
Slap.
through non-ring slaps. Heal, heal, heal. Thank you. It was good for both of us.
A friend of mine played a cleric in the very first game I DM'd for 5th edition, and he would make people suckle at the teat of healing.
Oh god.
Fucking have aura of protection, Lex.
Sorry,
God
what?
damn it.
What?
No, you don't. I'm sorry. I lied. I forgot what level we were. I apologize. I love you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I forgot these guys were level 5 and not 6. I don't know what I was doing.
I'm not sure how much hit points you're missing.
A
Me?
lot. I'm
I'm missing 22, but go ahead and focus on him.
I
That's
am
possible.
missing 33. No, more than that. 43.
Have 25 then, I guess.
Thank you. That puts me back
Jesus Christ.
up 40. Thanks.
Is that one
Ooh.
limited like the clerics is to half health? I don't know why I would ask you that. Same team. Sorry.
Yeah. Shh.
That
I
was really
don't
more
remember.
curiosity than anything else.
No. It's
Alright.
just
I'm feeling pretty good. Let's go.
I think, no, I don't think it's limited. I think, in fact, you can borrow from your own hit points to give them to somebody else as a paladin.
You cannot, but you can, for 5 hit points, heal a disease or neutralize 1 poison.
I thought you
But
could
no,
steal from your own hit points to give to somebody.
I don't believe you can, no.
no. And
You just have a pool of hit points that you give them. Cleric also has the pool of hit points. A life cleric does, at least. However, theirs is limited to only being able to heal you up to half health.
Right.
Theirs is more about spreading around the party. A cleric or paladin's just like, fucking have this. Very nice, Lex. Well done.
Thank you.
Healed up.
Healed up.
What's your max HP?
58.
That's not bad. All right.
Right. Now let's find whoever's toying with us and burn down his house.
May I suggest you use another charge of but in character, Paladin, can you sense anything? Divine sense. That's what I'm asking for. I don't know that will help. I really don't. But
I doubt that what we're dealing with is either a celestial fiend or undead, but sure. We'll give it a try.
yeah, I mean, it would have to be powerful undead to be doing this. I would hate for you to use detect good and evil. To use a spell slot for it, but
It just lights up with good. Oh no, we're the bad guys.
how great would that be for a twist? That no one ever uses detect good and evil. So at the very end of the campaign, someone finally fucking uses it. And you're like, I've been waiting for this forever.
So yeah, I'll use Divine Sense again, I guess. Bing.
Okay. Yeah. You were getting some pings, but they kind of dance around. They don't stay in one place for very long. The only one that's consistent seems to be coming from the northeast, from the direction that the doors bounce back and forth a little bit.
Oh, well, we're going the right way.
Remembering from back before, like 2 breaks ago, the Spectre, or Wraith, whichever one it was, was it the thing that laughed? Like, did we detect the laughter coming directly from it?
It wasn't in the room when there was laughter.
Then never mind. Okay.
Actually, I didn't hear the laughter until I was in the chair.
That's what I thought. Okay. Never mind then.
Alright, I'll point the party towards the blip that isn't really going anywhere, and I'll lead them that way.
Alright, I pick up the Paladin, hold her out straight like divining rods. Oh, wait.
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
I mean, physically, it doesn't work like that.
Right, I was picturing this in my head going, wait a minute.
I think that's like, well, it starts as something kind of sexy and turns into assault really quick.
Oh, gosh. Okay, let's go.
Many things do.
Oh,
So
much cutting from the video.
Lexi, my friend. Would you mind? You have an AC of 18.
Yes.
Would you mind leading for a moment?
Sure.
I have 17 AC, so I'm not much behind you, but I'm out of rages, so I can't half damage anymore.
Do you have a frenzied rage? Or is that later?
No, because I'm totemic.
Oh, okay.
Which is how I half damage.
Ah.
So I'd be giving that up for a little bit more, like, oh, I can do rage. But totemic is by far the strongest barbarian.
Okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. Thank you.
All right. Well, as you enter the room, it is a large 28 by 24 foot kitchen, or at least appears to be. The rusted remnants of a cast iron stove immediately to your left. To your right, there's a large, what looks like a metal table, and the entire wall across from you is taken up by a metal table. The roof is completely gone from this room. It's open to the elements, and the moon lights it just enough to be able to see.
Well, good.
And everybody roll wisdom save for me.
Oh, yes! Ramshackle knows everything. He's wise to the many things, and I rolled a natural 20.
Nice. You are unaffected.
Thanks.
I got 13.
Okay.
18.
All right. Grugg and Ram, you just get that same eerie feeling like something ain't right.
I turn to Ram and I go, you feel that? You feel? That's what it's been like this whole time.
Oh.
Mara, on the other hand, you hear your sister scream from somewhere under your feet.
I start digging.
and
Start
and,
digging.
and Grugg and Ramshackle are both replaced by the strange demonic visage that was seen earlier.
Hey! What's wrong, Mara?
Why are you digging that hole? Don't play along.
Sasquatch is my dad.
What?
What just happened?
Wow. Alrighty.
Okay. I just see them as really as the enemy then, right? That's what you're going with?
It
Yeah,
depends. Is your
basically,
divine
it's-
sense still active? Because use that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, you don't detect them as evil, but they look it.
Divine sense isn't like on for just one moment,
Oh,
so to
God.
speak.
Well, make an insight check for me.
We're gonna get smited. Here, Ramshackle, have 25 hit points. No, take it away!
At least she just healed you.
Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
while they look like, something you should attack, you're fairly sure that this is just another one of those stupid tricks that you should try not to pay attention to.
You've been through quite a lot of them. May I suggest testing it on the small one first?
Yeah, just poke him a little bit. Just a tiny stab.
That's a good idea. My sword. Poke, poke.
No! Stop it!
Bad touch.
Just
Let's
Run around
see.
and push back in the room.
Mara, give me an investigation roll. Or a perception, if that's better.
God.
Okay. That is a 6.
That's solid. Solid.
All right.
Can I help her? I just shrug and go help her dig. Whatever.
Make a perception roll.
Okay.
Or investigation, whichever's better.
Perception and 14.
Okay, as you kind of shrug and don't really know anything better to do than to go over and help her start digging, for whatever reason she's digging, you notice in the northeast...
The digging.
There's this demon next to you digging.
By digging it, you were just really appreciating the floor. In the northeast corner of the room, you notice what appears to be a trapdoor that's closed, but doesn't seem to close all the way, almost as if the door is maybe warped or there's something blocking it, but it sticks up just enough to might have tripped you if you tried to walk over it.
I reach out
I've seen this movie.
my freakish visage and I poke her. It's like, hey, there's a trapdoor over there.
My action was going to be Grugg opens the door to the stairway, but that I don't know exists.
You're in
That
the
was gonna be a
spirit
thing.
realm, asshole. Oh, hell.
I guess. But the trapdoor is like a door that would lead down somewhere, right? It's not a trap, but
Correct.
It's a floor hatch.
It's got like a fireball
Floor hatch.
hovering over it, waiting for you to open it.
It's just hovering there
With
with a sign, not a trap. Perfectly legit.
well, then let's stop digging and go down through the door.
Sounds good.
Okay. Are you leading the way again? Mara?
Yeah?
I don't mind leading the way either, but she seems to kind of be in charge of this.
Okay. So
I
you
think
open the
that-
door?
Yeah.
You take 12 necrotic damage
That's my bad. That's 100% my bad.
All right.
because it was a trapped trapdoor.
Because I was just about to say, well, maybe we
In the
should
floor.
check it for traps first.
There haven't been too many traps. I had to throw a couple in here somewhere.
No, obviously.
Of course.
Once you take that blast of owie, The door opens easily, and a ladder leads down into darkness.
Grugg will walk up to her and close his eyes and hold his palms out to her and start incanting something, and then lay his palms upon her shoulder and say, "Be calmed by this."
You do like a
Same
Mr.
thing that she
Miyagi.
did for the same thing she did with laying on hands to the little one. I'm gonna do to her, and then I'm just gonna go down the hole ahead of her because I can't heal. I can't.
Right, but you saw her do it, so you're trying that.
I just want to be a comfort to my friends in times of need.
Nice.
Ramshackle.
I will go down the hole for. I will go down the hole.
Ramshackle will go up to the Paladin and kind of whisper to her, "Did you know he was a Paladin?" And then he'll go down the hole.
Nice callback. Nice callback.
Brilliant.
I can't multi-class because I would lose just way too much.
Well, up to 5, sure, but after that, I don't know.
The capstone man +4.
I'm just
The
saying,
strength
it
and
would just take you
constitution?
longer to get there.
That's fair.
So everybody's down the hole?
Yeah.
All right. At the bottom of the stairs, when you all reach kind of damp soil at the bottom, the trapdoor snaps shut above you.
Called it.
And what should be a dark area is strangely lit by they're not torches exactly, but more like just hovering balls of a green eldritch flame that sort of give you just enough glow to see around the room. And at the far end is what looks like a table or a desk or some old ancient piece of furniture that's just barely keeping itself together. It looks like it belongs upstairs in the rest of the destroyed home. But sitting on top of it is a very, very ornate glass decanter with a stopper in top that seems to be filled with some form of glowing liquid. And all along that far wall, it just seems piled just junk. There look like some old rusted weapons and some tools and what looks like maybe the remnants of some old clothing or maybe saddles or bags or, just a pile of junk against the wall. Some of it really old, some of it not as old. You even see the sparkle of some things that look like they might be more recent and maybe still valuable. And in between you and the wall of interesting shit, in what seems to be a roughly square 30-foot room of bare dirt and rock wall and floor, a shadow with glowing yellow eyes sort of moves from the wall to the center of the room and then dissipates again against the far wall. And you hear a voice that says, "You have come far. Most do not make it this far, at least not alive."
Can I take this chance to kind of fade into the shadows?
Roll stealth.
17.
You fade against the wall into a dark corner, just like you always do, just like you're used to. And the yellow eyes train directly on you.
Ah! Hey!
You can almost see
Hey,
them
guy.
grin, but it's a menacing, intimidating grin that you can't quite see against the dark.
Can't blame a guy for trying.
It's a good
But
roll.
if you could, it was him.
You rolled a 20 against it, though.
Ooh,
That's tough
jeez.
to beat.
Yeah. Worth a shot. I stand up.
He said-
I stand up awkwardly and shuffle back out to the party. Oh.
He says, "Just know before you die, when your soul leaves your body, it becomes my property. Just like
Ooh.
those you fought above, you will be trapped here, my servants."
Well, guys, if I die, you know where
Javelin to the face.
to come resurrect me.
Go ahead and roll initiative.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Uh-oh.
Really?
Oh, no, it was a good oh my for you guys.
Oh, good.
Oh.
18 for Ramshackle.
Ha ha!
Oh, damn it.
We got 14.
20.
All right, that means Grugg is up first.
Now I see the eyes. Do I see any sort of corporeal anything?
Not really. You see the eyes, and you see what looks like it's made partly out of shadow, partly out of smoke. You know, for just a brief moment, the head almost seems to materialize, and then maybe it's a
Gotcha.
hand, and then
Gotcha.
so it's a constantly almost fluid.
I'm going to attack into it. From 10 feet, from max reach. And I'm going to do a reckless attack in hopes of baiting it to attack only me on its next turn. Worth it. 28. Maybe that hits.
That is that scratches it.
Solid. 15. For the first attack. Yeah, for the first attack.
Okay, got it.
And now he gets advantage on me because that was a reckless attack.
Okay.
So it's grant advantage on attack rolls versus me until the next turn. Yeah. All right. So next attack is a 24
Hits.
for not as great. 8 damage.
Okay.
Bonus attack. Only a 10. Or no, wait. Sorry. 14. Jeez, I had a
Hits.
lot. Fuck.
Okay.
I had so much to my hits. For that is the wrong die. For another 10 damage with the butt of the glaive.
Okay.
That's all.
While your weapon hits don't feel like they hit anything and don't appear to, cause any kind of visible wound, you can tell from the reaction in the eyes that you're connecting with something.
Because they are magical attacks.
They are. Would your
Truly the only
weapon be
reason I was.
silvered by chance?
I would be willing to make a deal with you to do that, but no, they are not. It's just as far as the only reason I took +1 glaive is to make the attacks magical.
Make them magical, right?
I'll trade you
Alright.
the +1 part for the magic and the silver. I don't know. I don't care.
Maybe for
Whatever you
next
wanna
session. Ram, you're up.
So from what I saw, did this thing even seem phased? Like, is it acting like, oh, that hurt, or is it like?
There was a reaction in the eyes where you could tell with each swipe, it looked like the hits just went through air. I mean, it looked like it was hit, but like there was no resistance.
It's like he threw his shoulder out because he swung at nothing.
So it was like he was swinging through smoke, but with each attack, with each hit, you could see a response in the creature's eyes that made you think it's definitely feeling like it's being hit.
So second, you said there's a decanter with liquid in it.
Doesn't really, not sure if liquid or just glowy inside.
How far away is that?
About 30 feet away.
Might be worth it.
Yeah, I feel like I may be breaking a reward.
Let me tank it, but
okay, I'm going to look at back and forth between it and there and be like, I've heard rumors this might work, and I fire at the glowy thing.
Okay, make an attack roll.
22 with sharpshooter.
Hits and damage.
That
insane.
is 20.
20 points of damage. Your shot is right into the heart of the bottle, and when it hits, the arrow seems to stick into the bottle.
Huh?
it's a mimic. Sorry,
Where you would know, yeah, it's got teeth. Where normally you would expect it to go through and shatter and spill its contents, this sticks directly into the body of that glass vase, and it doesn't appear to move. But the reaction from the shadow tells you that you were correct in your choice, because what was once smoke and shadow almost instantly materializes into the corporeal form of what looks like a burned out husk of a humanoid clutching at his belly as if struck by a weapon.
Nice.
And he looks up at you with eyes of bright yellow, just huge orbs, and a mouth that you can see now just agape in horror and shock. And it starts to scream, but the sound is so quiet and so distant, and gets further and further away still as the light in its eyes just dims out to nothing and it disappears.
Whoa! Hi.
Well done. I didn't think anybody'd come up with that idea, at least for the first couple rounds of combat.
I raised my hand up in the air for high fives. Like, just total guess, guys. Total guess. Like, high fives? No? All the way around? No?
I don't know if I'm near you. I don't know.
You have 10-foot glaive high five.
Not only is the sense of kind of gloom and doom that you guys have been feeling through this entire adventure lifted almost instantly, the fog lifts and is gone. You can see now through the trapdoor that's open that there's a bit of starlight and moonlight showing through. And you can almost feel the... what's the term?
Oh, hold on. As he was fading away, I would like to have said, "Who's laughing now?" Yeah, now we can continue.
Nice. Yeah, no, you almost feel the relief as the spirits that had been held in this evil place are released. And you can tell without even trying that this dark curse that has held this manor and all of these, otherwise innocent spirits hostage is no longer a threat. And that's actually about a half hour shorter than I thought it was going to turn out to be.
Sorry.
That is okay.
Go for it.
I actually have a little epilogue.
Cool.
Epilogue?
The journey away from the ruins of Wayan Manor is somber and slow. The fog is lifted, and the feeling of impending doom seems to have left the area and those travelers who survived. It will be a long time before this night will be forgotten. As dawn crests, when only a few miles remain before some sort of civilization awaits, your dragon drifts up atop the crest of a hill, and in front of you you see the shape of someone walking. As you approach, you get closer, you can tell that it's the shape of a young girl. Closer still, you can see that it's Natasha's daughter, walking, stumbling, somewhat bloodied. She seems dazed, because as you call out to her, she doesn't seem to respond. And as you pull up alongside her, she turns to face you, and you realize that her skin is pallid and tinted green. Gaping slashes in her throat, and her body devoid of blood, now only open and festering as her mouth twists into a rigid grin. Her eyes glow pale blue, and she reaches out with her withered hand. Roll initiative.
Oh!
No, I'm kidding. We don't roll initiative. That's where the story ends for the night.